Yo, what up? We're live on TikTok. Follow us. We're getting ready. We're getting ready to get into some sports talk. This past weekend's NFL and college games. Talk a little bit of hoops last night. LeBron goes down. How'd you feel about that? Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I watched it.
You watch it?
Hey, Nuggets are good.
Nuggets are fucking.
They're good.
My
They're the team to
God,
beat.
we're gonna get into it in a minute. We're gonna
Team to
let,
beat.
dude.
They are the team to beat.
Jokic is sick, man. Jokic is just. He's so fucking good, man. He's so good. It's for opening night. Opening night, you think he might be a little slow. You know, you don't want to just jump right in and dominate. You might be a little slowed down. No. Jokic fucking last night, Nuggets beat the Lakers 119-107. Jokic starts off right where he left off. Triple-double. What up, Brandon Wilson? What up, Dusty Burns? 29, 13, and 11 from the Joker.
Yo, boys.
What up?
What up?
We're live on Facebook. We're live on the X, formerly known as the Bird Twitter. We're live on YouTube, and we're live over here on TikTok. If you don't follow us yet, please do so we can link all you in with all this shit right here.
Look here.
So we ain't on two different things.
Bird watching this one. I like it.
I like it.
Kick back, working hard. I know he is.
Kick back, working hard.
He's a hard worker.
Watching us.
I don't care what they say. He is a hard worker.
You guys ready for tonight? We need about 300 more. We're at 1,700. We need like 300 more on the TikTok. TikTok, follow us. We love you. What do you, LeBron? LeBron had a solid game.
LeBron played well.
LeBron had a solid game. 21, 8, and 5. I don't know. You know, Anthony Davis was god awful in the second half.
That's because he's lazy. He probably didn't like train or practice or anything.
Yeah,
off time,
I don't know.
I mean?
I don't know. But Anthony Davis did not play well in the second half.
You know, it sucks though. Like basketball is just so long. You know what I mean? It's like them guys are just.
It is.
I mean, some people don't have to be dedicated until halfway through the season.
Dusty Burns. I just got back from Tennessee. Dusty Burns asked me, how was Tennessee? Fantastic. Tennessee, as always, fantastic. I'm going to tell you guys a little something about Tennessee.
They're asking if you can turn the camera. So they're asking. Give us a minute. We'll try. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll try it. I just want to make sure we can both get in the.
It's hard.
And we want to make sure we're both in it.
Just turn your phone.
Yeah, turn your phone, baby. Turn your phone, man. Turn your phone so you can see both of our smiling faces. Let me tell you guys a little something about Tennessee. I noticed this. Now,
it's just easier though.
Everybody has rabid.
Violet and Lily.
Everybody has rabid fan bases. Let me tell you about Tennessee. I am in Fuddruckers. You guys know Fuddruckers?
Dude.
We got any
Let me tell you something. Best cheeseburger in the world.
We got any Fuddrucker fans in the house?
Best cheeseburger in the world.
I don't know about in the world, but it's got to be fucking up
and it's
there.
not because like the burger and patty itself is the best, because it's good.
It's good.
But it's like whatever you want on it. It's like a condiment bar.
The cheese pump?
The cheese pump, dude.
The hot cheese pump. Do you know how many fucking cups of hot, delicious cheese I fucking got?
It's not welfare cheese.
Oh, no. It's not.
Cheese.
It's not government cheese. It's fucking high quality cheese.
Totally agree.
But I pumped the fuck out of that hot cheese. And like oh God, it was so good. But let me tell you, the moral of this story is not the cheeseburgers. The moral of this story is I was in Fuddruckers during the Tennessee-Alabama football game. I have never seen, like, Fuddruckers is not a sports bar. No. There was one television, maybe two. There might have been one in the back. I'm not sure. There was like one TV up in front. And like people were literally crowded standing around this TV watching this football game. And at the time, Tennessee was up. So they are fucking Tennessee Vols fan base. I give it up. I give you a round of applause. Them guys and girls were into it, man. at the local Fuddruckers in Pigeon Forge or Sevierville. I don't know which one it is. It's all the same. But, dude, they were into it. They were into it. Now, unfortunately, when we left Alabama, they beat their ass afterwards. So I don't know how the fan base went then. What's that saying? It said something, swipe something. I don't know.
Patience, young
But dude, I'm telling you, if Brandon Wilson says he's never seen a Fuddruckers, they're not around here. There used to be one in Columbus, but it's gone obviously. But if you next time you go to Tennessee, man, hit up Fuddruckers. You will not be disappointed. And like I said, that cheese pump. Most places they make you charge. They charge you for cheese. You can pump you can give yourself a cheese heart attack, and they don't care. They're like, pump away, brother. Pump away, man.
I mean, put it all over the fries,
everything. Burger, everything.
Whatever you want.
Fucking put melted cheese on your wife.
You could end up eating out with a fork.
You could do anything in Fuddruckers. You want a little lettuce, tomato, onion. You get whatever you want. You top your own burger, and then you just hit it with that cheese. Just pump the fuck out of it, man. It's good. It's good. All right, you ready to get into some more sports?
I'm ready. I'm just sharing everything to the world real quick. Sharing to the face
I got you.
World. You know what I mean?
I got
Letting
you.
people know that we're on here.
The other game, we already talked about Nuggets Lakers last night. The other game last night was the Suns and the Warriors.
That was a good game.
You know, the funny thing is I wrote down the stats that I wanted to mention, but I didn't even write down the final score. I know the Suns won.
Yeah, Suns won.
Devin Booker, he 32, 6, and 8. KD 18 and 11, but you know who surprised me last night? It's not really a surprise, and we're gonna get into football. I know everybody's here for football. That's the king. But I wanted to talk about the two basketball games real quick. Nurkic, Joseph Nurkic, 14 points, 14 rebounds. He's going to be a key to that Suns team because they got all the guards and they got all the shooters. But as long as Nurkic can stay healthy, I think Nurk is going to be big for the Suns. 14 and 14 in the first game. And Steph Curry, 27 points. CP3 had to start last night. He's going to probably be off the bench most of the time, they said. He did start. He played 14, 6, and 9.
He looked good.
So, yeah, he played well. But you know what I got to say? Like I said, we're not going to spend too much time on basketball right now. But I kind of feel like I don't like the Warriors. Like, I don't know. I don't think that – I feel like everybody – like Clay is getting older. I feel like everyone's losing a step. Steph's 30, I think 36 years old. But Steph's still –
lighting it up.
Best in one of the best in the world. But I don't
best
like –
shooter in the world.
I just don't – I think he's the best – and I hate to do that. I think he really might be the best shooter of all time.
Probably. Shooter.
He's crazy. Steph's crazy. But, yeah, he dropped 27.
He can put it up from anywhere. You guys see the shirt? I just didn't know if you guys out there, the big Philly fans,
fucking brotherly love shirt.
Seen the shirt today. Seen the shirt today.
Hey, fucking brotherly love, brotherly shove, whatever.
Just got to give him a little tap. You know
whatever.
What I mean?
And real quick, we're not going to do it.
He's a hater.
We're not going to talk about too much basketball. But one more thing, Luka Doncic. Maybe he's questionable with a calf injury, so I'm not sure, but he did practice yesterday, so we'll see. Luka Doncic versus Victor Wembanyama tonight. I am jacked to see Wembanyama. Everybody, I remember all my fucking Facebook and my Twitter and everything was all fucking shitting on Wemby after that very first Summer League game. Oh, this guy's going to be a bust. This guy's going to be a bust. Then in the preseason, you started to see, dude, that's loud. That's fucking loud,
like that?
Man.
Little strawberry smoothie, bud.
I'm excited to see the alien Victor Wembanyama. I'm ready.
He's good. He looked good.
He's going to be a stud. I'm telling you guys. All right.
Go ahead. The only thing with those type of players is it seems like their bottom half always gets injured.
Well, yeah, but I also don't think that he's going to be like he's going to play inside, but I also don't think he's going to be like a regular center.
No, I don't mean like from like beating around. I just mean like it's like they don't hold up because it's like they're just so tall.
Gotcha. Well, they also said that his trainer said they wasn't going to add weight, and they added weight.
Yeah.
I just think it's natural that he's so big, he's going to add a little bit
He's
of
going
weight.
to add a little bit. Well, I mean,
I think
he's going to get better supplements and stuff now.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but I shared it last night. I shared I believe it was from their podcast, but it was Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce talking about it. It's like a 9-minute talk. They're talking about Wembanyama. And KG talks about how he was also one of these people after the first Summer League game. They're shitting all over him. And then you see it in the Summer League. It's like he totally shifted. And it's like he looks like he's going to be as advertised. But we'll see. Season starts tonight for Wembanyama.
Hey, guys, thanks for following us on TikTok. I see you out there. We appreciate it. Hey, if you guys got any fantasy questions as we roll on through the TikTok or Facebook world, ask us.
Anything.
Fantasy Insider with us today.
Anything. Just don't ask me about my fantasy last week because it was bad.
You can't be perfect everywhere.
No, you can't. You can't. You
You don't have control of it. You know what I mean? You just get to try to pick who you think who's going to be good.
That's right. All right, let's get into football. You ready for football?
Football, baby.
There's a couple college games I wanted to hit on. I don't know if you wanted to start with NFL or college.
Probably college.
All right. Actually, let's just go ahead and start with the big dog. Ohio State, number 3. Penn State, number 7. Ohio State. This was ugly football. It wasn't ugly. I don't want to say it was ugly because that takes away from the defense. These are two of the best defensive football teams in the nation. Ohio State, Penn State, 20-12. I almost, I did not end up doing this. We'll get to our dog of the week later. I almost gave my dog of the week to Marvin Harrison Jr. just for making Kyle McCord look good.
Well, I mean, he could do that almost every week. You could give that to him almost
You
every
really
week.
could because that dude's not very good. He's not. But Ohio State, their defense is nasty. 20-12.
Leading up to the week, everyone talked about it. I had a few people ask about it. You know, I mean, what do I think? And I told them Ohio State by 10. And everybody kind of panics, like, oh no, they're a good team. I don't think Penn State's that good of a team. I mean, their quarterback showed really his true colors when they play good defense.
Well, they didn't convert on third down, I believe, the whole game. That was bad.
Oh,
that was bad.
But Ohio State's good.
The Ohio State's good. Their defense is good. I like I said a couple shows ago, I was talking about Ohio State, like the fan base. Some of them, they want to shit all over the defensive coordinator and talk about how bad the fucking defensive coordinator is. Why do they keep saying this? Their defense is the fucking one that's winning football games.
Well. I mean,
I don't get it. Ohio State, they got the win.
It's like they always start a little slow. They start slow, so it scares them, I think.
Yeah. Maserati Marv.
He's good.
He's good. He's the best player in fucking football.
He don't really care about the nicknames, though.
It's fucking awful.
He just wants to play.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's terrible nickname. Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson is a Buckeye meat writer. He is.
Well,
he loves them, man.
You have that.
Of course.
I mean, there's a lot of those.
Loves them. He fucking
One
loves
for
them.
16, Clarkson said.
1 for
That's
6.
good.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I was actually downtown Gatlinburg.
He could be.
And I'm
Dusty
watching that game on my phone while people were just walking by, and I'm like, wow, this is awful. But yeah, so when I seen it, they had one. So 1 for 16.
That ain't good.
On third down.
You ain't gonna win football games that way.
You're not going to win very many football games going 1 for 16 on third down. That's rough.
I promise you that.
So Ohio State, they don't have they don't have nobody the rest of the way. Michigan, it's them. Well, Michigan still got Penn State, but I don't expect that to be a football game either. I think we're all headed down to what we all know: undefeated Ohio State, undefeated Michigan. One of them's going to get, maybe both of them. We both predicted both of them to make the playoffs.
Yes. They're on their way there.
They still both can make the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Washington won ugly 15-7. They still got some fucking tough games left. I've said all along, my Noles are going to lose eventually. If Duke would have had a healthy quarterback the other night, I honestly believe Duke would have beat us. When Leonard went out, when he got re-injured and went out, done.
It kills the momentum.
They had no chance. Moving on to that Florida State Seminoles football team, we beat number 4 FSU, number 16 Duke, 38-20. I'm gonna tell you about my Noles, what I think. Jordan Travis reminds me, and I'm gonna tell you, and listen to this before anyone. I'm not comparing Jordan Travis to Lamar Jackson. But Lamar, to me, the Ravens are most dangerous when Lamar takes off running. Like, he can throw the football. Lamar can throw the football. Jordan Travis can throw the football. But when they tell these guys, we don't want you to run, we don't want you to run, it takes away from the team. The other night when Jordan Travis, the first half, Jordan Travis wouldn't run the ball. And he's done this all season long. I don't know if the coaching staff is saying, hey, man, be a pocket passer, don't run. But in the second half, Jordan Travis, he decided, hey, I'm going to run the fucking football. And he's the best athlete on the team. I mean, maybe Keon Coleman.
Yeah,
but
say, hold up,
Coleman's stuff.
Coleman's dog.
But Jordan Travis, FSU's offense is totally different when Jordan Travis runs the ball, when he takes off and uses his legs. So, like I said, though, I still think my Noles are going to lose. We still play Miami. We still play Florida. And there's always them fucking hiccup games we've had many times. But, yeah, I think if Duke would have had a quarterback the other night, they're at quarterback healthy. I really
Duke
think we
started
were
off hot.
They did.
Scary.
That kick,
Scary.
the 99-yard kick
like
return,
14-0,
the 99-yard kick return right after Duke scored was huge. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck, man. This is it. And then Deuce hit the 99-yard kick return. Then
that was a spark.
FSU, I will say one thing. Our defense in the second half of football games has been lights out. They played so well in the second half of games. So they're making adjustments at halftime.
And that helps.
And they're playing
that's
well.
good defense coordinator.
They're playing
You know
well.
what I mean? He's adjusting to what they're giving you right now on offense.
Yeah. Moving on. I talked about this game when we first. I was in Fuddruckers in Tennessee watching Tennessee and Bama. Place was nuts. Like, it's just a fucking hamburger joint, and people were going nuts about Tennessee. But Alabama pulled away 34-20. I don't know what to think.
Roll Tide.
I don't know what to think about Alabama. I don't like their offense.
No, they're not very good. But they're well coached.
But they were I didn't see what I don't remember. I didn't write what they're ranked now. They were 11 last week, so I'm sure they jumped up a few spots. But I just don't like them.
They're not confident for the eyes. You know what I mean? I don't think when you watch them, they don't feel like a big team that's going to compete versus really, really good defenses. Their offenses kind of seem stale at times. They don't seem like they pop out. You know what I mean? They don't make all those crazy big plays 2 or 3 times a game to score you 14 or 21 points, because it seems like now if you don't score over 20 some points, you're not winning a football game.
Tennessee was a big disappointment for me this year. Like, I really thought that Milton was going to be it.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah, I did too. I really thought Milton was going to be it.
They blew it up in the bowl game. He looked great last year, but no, he just didn't.
And it sucks because they have opportunities too to be really good, like the teams they play.
The crazy thing is that freshman quarterback, Nico, I'm not even going to try to say his last name, but he's supposedly him. And so Tennessee's better days might be down the road once they get Nico playing. I don't know. We'll see. And then the only other game I want to talk about college-wise was 14 Utah, 18 USC. Utah 34-32. That was a good game. I watched a lot of that. It was a late game. I watched a lot of that in my hotel.
Heavy, wasn't it?
Eyes were getting heavy. I barely made. I didn't think I was going to make it through the fucking through the Florida State game. I was so fucking sleepy. But USC, they scored. They took the lead, and then their defense just couldn't get it done. There was I don't remember what was it. Yeah, a targeting on one of their defensive linemen gave them a first down. They booted the field goal to get the win. Utah has beat Caleb Williams 3 times.
Last 3 times, right?
3 times. Caleb Williams 0-3 against Utah.
And I know we poked around, and I want to stay here for a minute with USC and with Caleb and everything. I know we talked about about him saying he wants like ownership, and then I know rumors were saying like popped up, but you can't really have ownership.
Yeah.
And then there was a few teams he said he would only want to play for, and a few teams that he would only
reportedly.
Yeah, reportedly, and that's why I said we talked about this. And now they're out of contention for the playoffs, right?
Yeah. I know where you're going with this. I hate it.
So I mean, it's a question that everyone's wondering. You know what I mean? And I know everyone wants to know.
I know where you're going with this.
Do you think he's still, and do you still think he's number 1 pick?
Yes.
Do you still think that character issues or any of that's going to play a factor to
No.
where he's not the number one or the first quarterback taken off the board?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely. I think he's still the first overall pick? Yes.
I mean, unless someone
do
needs a
I
wide
think he
receiver,
has an
right?
attitude issue? No. I don't even think he has an attitude issue. People don't like him because he paints his fingernails.
Yeah, but I mean, he looks kind
And
of.
this guy would.
Yeah, but sideline shows me a lot.
They say this guy would have been the first quarterback if he was in a draft with Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. I'm telling you, this guy is the first overall pick. I don't care. And we talked about this, and somebody said they actually seen it reported by a big thing. I have yet to see an actual place other than something like
Off link, yeah.
I've never seen any like ESPN say anything about Caleb Williams saying he would only play for 5 teams. I've yet to see anyone with an actual media outlet say that Caleb Williams wants ownership.
Yep.
I've never seen any of this shit. This is like your mom and dad's podcast decided that they wanted to start this and people ran with it because that's the world we live in. Every time somebody sees an article, they just want to go with it. They don't want to. Is this real? Because ESPN didn't say it. And I don't think there's a doubt Caleb Williams is coming out. I know everyone says the NIL money he's going to come out. He's going to come out. And I know you're going where you went with the one thing there. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Emmanuel Ocho, the first one that said maybe Caleb should sit the rest of the year now that they're out of bowl contention and all that. Maybe, but I just don't see it happening.
I mean, because he's not winning Heisman.
No, he's not winning the Heisman. He's done.
He's not in the playoffs.
He's not in the playoffs. He's probably not going to win the pack. He's
So
probably not
is
even
it
going to be able to win
worth?
his conference.
Is it worth getting hurt? I mean,
No. Should he sit out? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't blame him, but I don't think he will.
and if he sits
I don't
out,
think he will.
if he sits out, does it look like more character issues?
Oh, boy. If you already have a problem with Caleb Williams, if he's set out the rest of the year, you're going to have more problems with Caleb Williams, in my opinion. I mean, that's how I feel about it. But no, I don't think he's going to sit out. I think he's going to finish strong. And people blame that fucking loss on him the other night. He scored a fucking touchdown to go up in the game. Defense couldn't get him off the field. But he didn't play very well. He only had, I think, 1 touchdown in that game, and that was a rushing touchdown. Zachariah.
Don't like him, but not the number 1 pick.
He's the number 1 pick.
I mean, who? I mean, if it's not Harrison, obviously.
He's the number 1 pick. Well, the only way, in my opinion, is if Caleb isn't the number 1. He's the number 1 quarterback off the board. He might not be the number 1 pick.
But I mean, who's low right now? Carolina.
Listen, Carolina is not going to draft Caleb Williams. Well,
Guarantee.
Carolina don't have the pick anyway.
Oh, okay.
Chicago
Yeah, yeah.
does. So the only way Caleb isn't the number 1 pick is if like they already have a quarterback.
Broncos don't have their 1 pick,
Yeah, they do.
do they?
Broncos do.
So Broncos could get theirs.
Yeah.
Cardinals
Cardinals could.
are
Yeah.
1-5.
Cardinals could
Bears
do.
are 1-5. Giants are 1-5. Bears could get a quarterback.
Bears could get a quarterback.
Cardinals get a quarterback.
Cardinals get a quarterback.
Giants could get a quarterback.
Giants definitely can get a quarterback. So yeah, Caleb, he's the first quarterback off the board.
And more than likely the first pick.
And Drake May didn't help his cause the
No.
other night. And listen, if you are followers of the show, make sure to tune into our show Sunday morning.
Sunday morning?
Because listen, anytime I say something and I'm totally fucking wrong, I get owned for it.
Well, who owns you?
A lot of people. A lot of people
never
own
owned
me.
you.
Anytime I'm so sure of something, Ratchford, he busts my ass over it.
That's because they're haters.
I'm going to tell you one thing that I kept receipts on. And I actually had people messaging me the other night. Do you remember when Ryan Ratchford was sitting right here beside us telling us that North Carolina was a top 5 team? And we just like, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah, we did say that.
And then they got beat by a 1-loss awful football team the other night. Virginia Cavaliers. So I'm going to own
that.
I'm going to attack Ryan Ratchford Sunday.
When
About
you
that.
wasn't here, when you was enjoying sipping the shine.
Oh God, I sipped so much.
I did
Moonshine.
have a beautiful long-haired guy here.
Matt King Tilly.
And he did say the Raiders could win the next 5 games.
Listen, I'm driving back from
Good.
Tennessee.
He didn't say for sure.
I'm driving back from Tennessee Sunday, and
I
I'm
love
listening.
King Tilly.
I'm listening to King
love it.
Tilly, and you. You guys did a great job. I had people at work tell me, "Are you guys going to do a show this week?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we're going to do some shows this week." And they said, "All right." They said, "We thought Jeffrey and King did a great job." I said, "I did too. I thought they did real well." But I'm just losing my shit when King Tilly, when he's telling me the Raiders are going to win the next 5
He was
games.
excited.
Next 5 games, and then they go and get their fucking ass
I mean,
stomped by the Chicago Bears.
He was an insider. He told me that
Tyson Badgett.
they're not trading nobody.
That they probably,
Besides Hunter Renfro. He said he's
yeah,
bum. They
Hunter
can- they
Renfro
can
probably
have
will get traded. All right. Real quick, that's it for college football. But I got 2 games this week. This is a bad weekend of college football.
it. All right, let's hear it.
And I'm going to say something. I'm going to call this out. And
Call
you're
it
going
out.
to get ready for this.
Call it out. Write
Get
it
ready
down.
for this.
Keep receipts.
Number 1, Georgia Bulldogs, Florida Gators. Georgia is favored by 14.5. Calling it now.
Upset
Florida Gators beat the Georgia Bulldogs this week.
No Bowers.
No Bowers. He's the best player on the team. They struggle. They keep starting off slow. Graham Mertz for slinging it for Florida.
This might be crazy to some Ohio State
Florida.
fans, but this guy could be the best player on the planet.
Bowers.
Bowers.
Bowers is tough, man.
Bowers
is
tough.
good.
I know he's not like a natural wide receiver.
Yeah.
I know that he's more of like a tight end or a third wide out, you know what I mean? But this dude is good.
Bowers is an elite tight end in the NFL when he gets there.
He is.
Like, he's one of the guys. Like, he's up there with fucking the dogs of the NFL. I'm calling it. Florida beats
He's gonna
Georgia
come in, I think, like a
this
Lions
weekend.
guy did. What's the Lions rookie right now? His name?
Sam Laporta.
Laporta. Yep.
Laporta killing it.
Yep, he's killing it right now.
And the only other game worth watching, in my opinion, this weekend is Oregon, number 8 Oregon, number 13 Utah. 6-1, 6-1. Oregon's favored by 6.5.
Utah's fighting for a spot.
They're both still fighting.
they
They're
are.
both
They are.
6-1. So I think that's going to be a real good game. Utah did come out and announce that their quarterback Cam Rising will not play this season. So I think they're just going to try to get him a medical red shirt, and I think he'll be back next year because he's not like an NFL quarterback, but he's a really good quarterback.
And did you see where Quinn Ewers is out?
Yes.
So they said
And
that
the other-
Arch is going to get a little bit of time. They said
I
that he
did
will
see
be
that.
ready, but I bet there's a limit to like how much time you can play.
Yeah, there is.
So I know they're not going to wide open doors so that he gets blown out and his freshman season's over. He's going to get redshirted.
Oh, yeah.
So
For sure.
that'd be a fun one to
But
kind
they
of.
say that quarterback that's starting for Texas, they say he was like another top-ranked
Yeah.
prospect, so he's supposed to be real. But that's it. That's the only. There's only 2 college games this weekend worth watching, in my opinion. I mean, I know if you're a fan base, you're a Buckeye fan, or I'm a Florida State fan. We play Wake Forest. You're excited to watch that, but them are the only 2 games, in my opinion, that scream "watch me." Because I'm telling you, Florida Gators going to knock the Bulldogs off, and
No
I'll probably get owned Sunday for that when Georgia wins by 65. But it comes with the territory. I'm going to sit on here and say it. I mean, it's all
It
right.
could happen.
All right. Moving on to the king. Oh, power rankings. College football power rankings, real quick.
College football power ranking.
Yeah, but Wisconsin's trash. Buckeyes going to win by 17, 20.
Going to Wisconsin and playing them. Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's like a rivalry. You know what I mean?
College football power rankings, real quick, and then we'll move on to the NFL.
Hold on, I got to find mine.
Find your power rankings. Number 5.
Found it.
Who you got? Number 5.
The Michael Penix, Washington Huskies.
I have finally put my team into the top 5, and I have refused to do it. But the Florida State Seminoles, number 5.
I've had Florida State at 5 for a while.
You have.
We have 4.
Number 4, I have my Heisman Trophy winner preseason pick, Michael Penix Jr., and the Washington Huskies at number 4.
I got Florida State.
So we just flip-flopped our 4 and 5. Go Noles.
Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis Heisman. Not really. But
Good.
number 3, I got the Ohio State
State.
Buckeyes.
I have the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Do you believe that there are people out there that say our buddies that won't listen to our show because we shit on Ohio State so much?
I believe it.
And I don't remember
Haters gonna hate, brother.
I don't remember the last time we said a negative thing about Ohio State.
I do.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I do.
What?
It's Ohio against the world. I mean, we poke around that. That's about
funny.
it.
That's funny.
about
Though. Did you see
I'm gonna make a shirt about that.
Did
next.
you see the McAfee thing where they had the dude dressed up as Lou Holtz
was
beside
awesome.
Ryan Day?
That was awesome.
It was fucking
That was
priceless.
awesome. And Ryan Day loved it.
It was hilarious, man. All right, number 2. Who got number 2?
The sign stealing bastards, Michigan Wolverines.
Sign stealers. You know what?
Did you see a lot of people that you got them at 2?
I did it.
No, you didn't.
I did it.
No, you
I
didn't.
have said
No
on
way.
this show
No way.
every week that I
No
would
way.
not drop the Georgia Bulldogs until they lost.
Goodness. My
They
goodness.
lost Brock Bowers,
They
who's
did.
the best player on their football team. I have the Georgia Bulldogs at number 2.
Holy moly.
Sorry, dogs.
Your Wolverines are going to
Sign stealing bastards.
got you to win. A lot of people are saying, listen, I've been poking around on the Facebook world watching this. And if you're a Michigan fan, like a true Michigan fan or whatever, dude, they're taking this serious. Like, they're angry.
Listen, I've talked to a lot of people.
They're angry.
Like, I talk to a lot of people. That's what I do. I talk sports, not just here. That's what I talk to everybody about.
Yeah.
And we talked about this so much recently. I really believe that Harbaugh's leaving at the end of this year. I think Harbaugh leaves because the NCAA is out to get Jim.
Yeah.
He is in
He's in
the crosshairs.
He's in the tunnel vision, baby.
They don't like him. He talks about the NCAA. He's a weird man, but I've said
Sleeps
for a
at
long
house with
time,
children.
hey, and maybe he should go sleep at Jake Moody very well. Maybe he needs to have camp out with Jim, get his mind right. But I've said for a long time, I love Harbaugh. I think he's a better pro coach than a college coach, and I think the NCAA just out to get him. I think Jim's going to leave at the end of this year. I do.
That's heartbreaking.
For
Michigan fans.
Well, yeah.
And the Big
It
Ten.
really is.
And the Big Ten.
But man, I'll tell you one thing.
But there's a lot of like, I've seen like reporters and coaches, and they're like backing up Michigan.
Isn't it? Oh, the players especially.
Yeah,
They're
and
like
coaches,
JJ Watt. I know JJ Watt was the first one that I seen. He said, "I'm a Wisconsin Badger. That's scouting."
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, but it's against the rules, so it is what it is.
I mean, I was listening to Dion about it this morning, and Dion's like, you can know the play, you can know it's a pitch to the right,
Yeah, you still gotta stop
but
it.
football's physicality, and
Yeah.
you have to stop it. I got to see at times what my safety's. He's
You
like,
know the fucking-
he's like, what happens when they know my quarterback's call when he checks into something, and the defense checks back into something, and I know what that is. When that defense checks back into something, and the quarterback knows what he's checking into, safety coming into blitzing, and then the quarterback has to check back out to something else. I mean,
Yeah.
they know the play. It's just you have to stop it. Sometimes.
Brotherly shove.
The brotherly shove. You know the play.
Can't stop it.
You just got to stop it.
Can't stop it.
I mean, it is what it is.
Like the Jet, I seen a couple people from the Jets
what
say
it is.
they didn't do it at all versus the Jets because the Jets never let them get in that position.
Yeah.
You got to keep them behind the sticks.
Yeah.
You can't let them get to
Fourth and
fourth and one,
Yeah.
third and one. You got to play defense. You got to play defense early downs. All right, that's it. That's it, college. Oh, no, number 1, you have the Georgia Bulldogs, correct?
Georgia Bulldogs.
I have them sign-stealing bastard Michigan Wolverines, number 1.
Haters gonna hate.
You know, McCarthy is now the betting favorite to win the Heisman Trophy.
Did you see that conversation we had about that?
No.
It was one of Clarkson's, like his mom's boyfriend or husband or whatever, and he posted that McCarthy, and I'm like, but he's not. I mean, he's 33rd in passing yards.
Oh, I don't think he should win it.
You know what I mean? He's 33rd in passing.
I don't think he should win it, but he is the betting favorite right now to win the Heisman.
They take him out in the fourth quarter. Okay, that's not. I mean, you can't predict stats.
Somebody said that.
Yes, they do that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure. I don't know if the coach gives the player any like pass on to say yes or no for that.
Yeah.
But if you take him out, they take him out. It's yards you don't have.
Exactly.
I mean, and sometimes they would always get like garbage yards. So I know if you're down a lot and then the defense got backups in, or they're playing lousy and kind of letting you get down the field because you're up 2 or 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean? You get another 70, 80, 90 yards passing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, you had 200 yards instead of 125.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So I don't know. I mean, I think I like JJ. Nothing against JJ, but
Oh, I think he's
but
good.
Michigan fans, pump the brakes, boys. Come on. You know, what I mean, I know you got a good team, and I know that you've been good for a couple years now. But remember, whenever playoff time comes around, you still got smacked in the mouth.
They got smacked in the mouth
So-
by fucking Maxall
Yeah,
Duggan.
so-
Maxall Duggan owned
So
him.
let's be real here,
And we're friends of the program of Michigan.
absolutely.
We love Michigan.
I want them to win for sure one time
yeah.
a year.
For
sure,
I'm
one
a
time a year.
huge go blue. I
One
love
time a year,
Michigan.
for sure.
I love Michigan. I love Blake Corum. I
like
love
Corum.
him. I love him.
I mean, I had Donovan Edwards
Blue.
as a dark horse.
Yeah, you did. And I ain't heard nothing.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to Donovan Edwards?
Dude
It's
was
like,
a dog like the last 4
dude,
games.
It's like Blake Corum's he was the featured back, and even though you dominated, you just sit there and drink some Gatorade.
And he's coming off a bad injury.
Yeah.
Blake was.
Yeah. All right. NFL time. The King National Football League.
Crown me.
Thursday night football. Was it Thursday night? Yeah, Thursday night
night,
football.
Jags,
Jags and Saints. That was a good game.
It was a good game.
I watched this game live on my phone as well when I was at the Island in Pigeon Forge
that.
and the Timberwood Grill.
I like that.
And then I finished it back in my hotel room. Jags are playing really well, but they like the Saints hung in there. They hung in there. TikTok world, if you guys got anything, ask
Someone's
away.
got
By the way,
something.
ask away.
The She-Girls are overrated. Cowboys are coming. The She-Girls are overrated. The Cowboys are coming.
Go Cowboys.
Shut up.
I hate the Cowboys. I'm sorry. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. All right. Jags beat the Saints
Come on, Bill.
31-24.
Come on, Bill. Don't hate Bill.
Let me tell you, I shit all over.
Give us a follow, though, Bill. Like his thing, bro.
Bill, like his thing, and I'll say fly Eagle. No, you're the Eagles hater. I'll say fuck the Eagles.
Whoa, bro.
Man, Bill follows us.
I know.
If he
That's
follows us,
evil.
I'll do whatever you got to do to get a like.
Even like toe picks or anything? Feet picks?
I mean, I will if someone wants them.
Would you fart in a bag and send it?
Yes, definitely.
For money.
Again,
For money.
I'll do anything for money. I will do anything for the almighty dollar. Saints had a chance to tie this game. I don't know if you watched this game.
I watched this game.
Foster Moreau. I could have caught that ball. I mean, I have hands anyway, like Randy Moss. I'm a athletic.
Yeah, Randy Moss is like a head top.
I'm a genetic jackhammer. I'm an
I think like
athletic
Edelman.
freak. Yeah,
That's fair.
I like that.
That's fair.
But he hit Foster Moreau right in the fucking hands, and he dropped that, and it was like I'm not a Saints fan or anything, but it's like, how in the hell do you drop that ball? And immediately I get
The Derek Carr haters.
people shitting all over saying you should give him a break. He battled all offseason fighting cancer. Listen, cancer's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Worst thing in the world. I will never speak bad about anybody that has cancer. But Foster Moreau having cancer has nothing had. He's cancer free and he's played every game this year. He's fine. That has nothing to do with him dropping that ball.
No. Nothing to do with it.
Nothing. And oh man, and I felt bad for him. I really did.
Lost him the
Like
game.
you seen him on the
Lost him the game.
sideline. He was pretty tore up about it. And his teammates were good. I mean, his teammates, they were,
They came over to
consoling
him.
him and all that shit. But you also know some of them guys were thinking, you motherfucker, how in the fuck you drop that ball?
But it sucks, like, because sometimes one game can, like, knock you out of the playoffs.
It can. In the NFL, every game matters because, I mean, there's so little. It's not basketball, and it's
Especially
you don't play
when you're
80
not,
games.
I mean, especially when you're not 6-1 or
Yeah.
or 5-2. You know what I mean? Whenever you're fighting, I mean, because the division's wide open on both of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that game's pretty valuable for both teams.
I don't know. Michael Thomas had some really nice catches in that game. It actually looked like old time Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is solid. as
Yo,
long
yo,
as he
yo,
can stay
Earl, what's
on the
up,
field.
bro?
Earl,
What's up, bro?
Earl, still waiting on my phone chargers. Earl, love you, Earl.
My damn phone died last week on him. It did.
Michael Thomas is playing well as long as he stays on the field. He's going to catch 5-6 balls a game. He ain't going, but he had a nice catch in the end zone for a touchdown. I just don't like Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr is, and I also didn't understand, like you brought in Jamal Williams, who like had like, what did he have last year? Like 17 touchdowns or something?
They had a lot.
And you refused to give him the ball on the goal line the other night. And it's like, why are you doing
Why'd
this?
you bring him in?
Why did him and Kamara together, you thought that was going to be Kamara catching the
Yep.
fucking balls? Jamal short yardage goal line situations, and he didn't touch the ball. I didn't understand. I don't like the Saints coach. I think he should have a little fire under him right now because I think the Saints have a lot of solid players on their team.
I bet the Lions wish they would have kept him. The struggle they are with running backs right now, staying healthy. And everything.
But staying healthy, yeah. But David Montgomery's been
good, and but Gibbs hasn't.
Yeah, well, Gibbs has been hurt too, though.
Yeah, but he played. He was there last week.
But David Montgomery. Well, we'll get to that. That was just a skull fucking right there. Mm-hmm. That was bad. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't like the Saints coach. I think the Saints. Need to be moving on from Dennis Allen after this season. My Pittsburgh Steelers. LA Rams 24-17. Listen, if the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't have Trent, Jordan, Watt, I think we would be 0-6.
Probably.
Pretty sure we would be 0-6 without TJ Watt. There was a lot of people on here last week that were saying that we were going to trade Najee Harris, and I said there's no way in hell they're trading Najee Harris. They're not trading Najee Harris.
Yo, whoa, Earl, thanks, bro.
They're not.
Earl's like sending gifts.
Earl, I love when you send gifts.
See it up there? See the ×5 thing?
Earl actually sent me a pair of used underwear.
He did. Clean.
It
was clean.
But they were used.
Yep,
there was still a stain in them.
Nice.
I don't care.
That's
I
work
love
stain.
it. Anything.
That was a work stain.
Anything. I love gifts from Earl.
Thanks, Earl.
But Kenny Pickett was awful again.
We love you, Earl.
Kenny Pickett was awful. Puka Nacua
that's a nice name.
Dude, Puka Nacua is one of my favorite players in the league.
Good.
He's been my dog of the week before. Puka was just
Earl laughed.
He trucked. He trucked Joey Porter Jr.
He did. But
he fucking
now,
later
give Joey some love.
Joey made up for it later.
I've been beating the Joey Porter drum for a while. I haven't had him.
We all have.
I know. I had him as a sneak, like a dark horse rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year.
We've all been beating this Joey Porter drum.
I even sent you messages like put him in.
Yeah, but listen, Pittsburgh.
Earl said he needs those back, by the way. Those underwear.
Oh, well, I'm going to wear them a couple times.
He's wearing them right now,
Then
Earl.
I'm going to send them back after
They're
I wear them.
They're a little tight, Earl.
But I'm going to tell you, they ran the football. They played some defense. Cooper Kupp only had 2 catches on us. I couldn't believe that. I thought Cooper Kupp was going to catch like 14 passes on us. I really did. Referees kind of fucked the Rams at the end. The Rams missed 2 field goals and I believe an extra point. They also cut their kicker after that game. They did. They cut Maher. They did cut Maher after that game. Kenny Pickett, we went for it on 4th down, and he was absolutely, without a doubt, short, but it was outside of the 2-minute warning. The Rams did not have any timeouts. The referees said it was a first down. So ball game over, and we took some knees, and Pittsburgh snuck out with a win.
Thanks to Race Twitch, bro. What's up?
We're not going to apologize for winning football games.
What's up?
Even
Twitch?
if the refs helped us get one.
See you over there, bro. I'm just over here watching the.
My Steelers are 4-2.
Watching the comments. That's
AFC North's the best division of football.
I'd say right now. Right now it is.
AFC North. Where are my Browns, Bengals, and Ravens fans at? And my Steelers fans.
What's up, buddy?
Because the AFC North is the best division of football. Don't at me. Don't at me.
Don't at me, baby.
Moving on. This was a fun one. Browns 39, Colts 38.
This was a fun one if you're a Browns fan.
This was a fun one.
Because it was a dagger at the end.
It was.
It was a dagger. It was like, oh my goodness, go with it.
It was. Browns won 39-38. There was a couple questionable calls at the end of that one. I'm so tired of coming on here every week.
I think refs need fined or suspended or
something.
The
refs need something, man.
They need some accountability.
Here's something else that drives me nuts. Going back to the Pittsburgh game a minute ago, like why are we in 2023 and we still don't have something like a tracker inside the football that can like measure like where the ball is and the first time? Like, why do we have 2 guys holding them chains on the fucking sideline still? It's 2023, man. Yeah, why don't we have something like that?
I'm sure, but then you're going to get into people saying, well, there's magnets already in the balls and stuff already. I
don't know. It's just weird to me. But there was some questionable calls at the end of the Browns games. There was questionable calls all fucking weekend long. And
what's up, Twitch? You got any questions, any comments, any games you'd like to see or did coming up, anything?
week after week, these refs are just making terrible calls. They do, man. They need fined, or they need some shit. There needs to be repercussions when you make just awful calls.
And it's like every weekend there's someone or a game that you hear talking about and you look into it or something. I mean, it's crazy.
But Minshew, he kept the Colts in it. He played pretty well. The Kareem Hunt got a touchdown with like 2 seconds left or some shit like that. Get the Browns the win.
Twitch is a good idea. Hey,
and the Browns,
that chain gang. I don't know if you've ever seen it work, but like them guys can move at times, like 1 inch or the next. You know what I mean? Coming down.
Yeah.
I was at a football game Saturday, my boys' football game, and it's like they brought down the chain gang on 10-year-olds, and they got like 16 or 18-year-olds boys running these chain gangs, and I mean they're not walking straight when they're, you know what I mean, when they're going to put these chain markers down. I mean, it's all. You figure something out there has got to be a little more accurate.
I don't know.
Than that.
There's got to be. There's got to be something out there in the world to update the NFL.
Leroy's good, Earl. Leroy's good. We lost Saturday. We lost in the playoff game versus Alexander. Poor Leroy didn't even get a damn touch.
That's bullshit.
He played good on defense.
How do you not get Leroy a touch?
It happens.
That's fucked up. I'm going to apply to be the offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator.
I'm going to be an offensive coordinator.
You should be.
I could be a damn good offensive coordinator for like 6-year-old kids.
You could be.
I
Leroy's
think I'd be
10,
good.
but
Leroy's 10?
yeah.
Jesus, I thought he was 6.
He's 10. But
Jesus.
we'll
I think I'd be even better than with 10-year-olds. My God, we'd light it up.
Yeah, they're a little more.
Oh, I would
they know
throw
what's
the
going
ball.
on.
I would throw the ball 65 times a game.
You could run like the Chiefs and
God.
Miami and them's offense,
Yeah,
dude.
I would. All right, moving on. The Patriots are the worst team in football. They are the worst team. We've said this week after week after week. So, of course, they're going to Mac Jones is going to lead the fucking Patriots right down the field, game-winning drive to beat Buffalo 29-25.
Absolutely. Why not?
What the fuck is going on here? How does this happen?
Did you see as well? I didn't get to talk to you about this where you wasn't here last week. But did you see like where Belichick's before the beginning of the year got a contract extension? Or something?
I did not see this.
Yeah, I seen that. I was looking on Facebook and it said like he got a contract extension, but it was never talked about. Wonder if that's like because if they move him,
I don't know.
That like because it's 3 years.
Huh. I don't know.
You know what I mean? So if he just signed a contract, they're not going to move on from him. Or it's crap
think.
like, hey.
I don't think they're going to move on from him anyway.
You got to do something.
Well, you think that, but Kraft loves Bill.
I know, but you have to do something.
But yeah, this game just shocked me. There was no reason that the New England Patriots were within like 20 of Buffalo. And Buffalo does what Buffalo does. They choked. Yeah. And it's like, how does Buffalo lose this football game, man? Couldn't believe that one. That was my shocker of the day. Awful game of the day. New York Football Giants defeat the Washington Commanders 14-7. You know, I like Daniel Jones. I really do.
You want to like him.
I do like him. I really do. I mean, last year the guy played well. They won a fucking playoff game. But this year he hasn't been good. He don't have a line. They're so hurt. They're not playing Jalen Hyatt, which they did get. Right. Jalen Hyatt caught a couple balls for like 70 yards.
Love that guy. We've been beating on the drum by him for a while.
We love Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt, big Jalen Hyatt fans. But you know, Tyrod Taylor almost beat the Buffalo Bills last week with the same team. Same team. What do you say there, old cockskin Chase Wood? But and they beat the Commanders. It's like Tyrod has got
good for the Giants. Earl said, "Good for the Giants."
Tyrod's got the Giants playing well.
They seem like they're more energy. Right? Does it look like more energy?
It does. It don't make no sense, but it does.
But Daniel can come back this week, right?
I don't know if I would play him.
Would you play him?
I honestly, and we'll see. We've talked about this. He's not going anywhere.
You have to start him. You have to play Daniel.
I don't know.
I think you have to play Daniel.
I don't know. I think you could ride Tyrod one more week and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know who they play this week. But Tyrod's playing well, man. I mean, they won 14-7. It's not like they lit the world on fire.
Yeah.
But they could have beat Buffalo. They beat the Commanders. I don't know I think I might let Tyrod play one more week. I don't know. Jalen Hyatt, key to the game. Give Jalen Hyatt some touches. Throw the deep ball over the top to
He's
Jalen
fast.
Hyatt.
Boy's fast.
He's stud. He's a stud. All right, moving on. King Tilly set in here Sunday morning while I was
He
off.
did. I even wrote it down somewhere.
I was off in Tennessee,
Sipping on that shine.
sipping on shine, eating good food.
King Tilly got Raiders win the next 5 games.
King Tilly says the Raiders are going to win the next 5 games.
I even wrote it down.
And then Tyson Tyson Badgent, undrafted
Division II Shepherd University.
Shepherd University
Dog.
goes out and just beats that ass.
Dog.
Actually I jumped ahead. 30-12.
Dog.
Deontay Foreman, 3 touchdowns in that game. Ran 2 and caught 1.
Nobody would have predicted that.
No.
Nobody.
You know the funny thing is?
Nobody.
You know
predicted
who picked up Deontay Foreman the other morning and started him in fantasy?
it. Did you? Nice.
I started him. I started him. I played Ryan Haight this week, and I had 33 points from Deontay Foreman.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I like that.
It's a good gamble sometimes. You know what I
But-
mean? It is.
I don't. Devontae Adams doesn't want to be there. I don't understand why they keep playing Hoyer. I thought O'Connell. I thought he played decent when he played.
I don't think they know what's going on.
Well, they don't know what's going on because they're lost. They don't know what's going on even when they got because they want Jimmy Garoppolo, and I don't know why. So they don't know what's going
He's
on.
a good handoffer.
He got a great handoff guy, but Jimmy's terrible. I would let O'Connell play, but to me, I would probably try. They say they're not going to move Adams, but to me, I think I'd move Adams. He don't want to be there. He's miserable.
At least you get
He's
something out
shaking.
of him.
He's shaking his fucking head after every play. He's like, I am just getting wasted right here. And you know the funny thing is he caught like 4 balls on like the first 2 drives of the game. It's like they're like, okay, Devontae was mad. We
Here's your love.
didn't throw him the ball. Here, let's throw him the ball. And I think he ended with like 5 or 6 catches.
That's crazy.
It's like you start the first 2 drives, you have 4. But I don't know. I think they should move on with that. This Raiders team, I think they're one of the worst teams in football.
Yeah,
I really believe so. I feel bad for Max Crosby.
I feel
because
real bad for Max
Max is so good.
Best player on the team.
He's absolutely the best player on the team. He is one of the best defensive players in football. Every fucking play, man, he's in the backfield.
He got a motor.
He's a stud.
Got a motor.
Biggest surprise of the game.
Jets.
I think
Jets
this.
and Giants.
Oh,
2 plays next week.
Jets and Giants. See, I think
That's another loss.
That's another loss for the G-men, I think. Game of the week, I said, and a bunch of us said, Ravens Lions. Game of the week, 5-1 Lions, and the Ravens just beat the dog shit out of them.
I mean, this was the teams where like we probably can see who's real right now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who wasn't real?
And the Lions,
Lions was not real.
Lions, they were awful.
They had no answer for nothing.
38-6.
Did you watch any of that game?
Yes.
Me and Bob watched it until like the third.
I watched.
Half the third.
I watched a lot of that game.
And it was like Lamar had more time in the he could take a shit, pack a lunch, and wash his hands and be done. You know what I mean? He had all the time in the world to do whatever he wanted.
This shocked me.
Hutchinson he got there,
Yeah.
but it was like right when he got there, he got rid of the ball. He didn't have to run. Lamar didn't have to run. He dissected them by throwing the football.
Mark Andrews, huge
Blew
game.
my mind.
I was just shocked by this one.
This Erased Twitch said he could coach the Raiders better than McDaniels could.
I agree with that.
Hey, he's agreeing too.
I 100% agree with anybody out there that says they're a better football coach than Josh McDaniels.
Put your application in.
Put it in.
Put it
Get
in.
on Indeed. I think Indeed is one of them resume sites. Put on your resume. Send it to Mark Davis. Maybe you'll get a call because Josh McDaniels is awful. I agree. But yeah, I couldn't believe the Ravens just beat the shit out of Detroit Levi. There's a couple of teams this week that I'm kind of wondering that were good, that have been good, and I'm kind of wondering, and the Lions are one of them. Are they really good, or are they just
You know who's really good?
Philadelphia Eagles? Philadelphia Eagles are really good. Moving on. Shitty game. Falcons, Buccaneers. Falcons win 16-13.
What do you think of that, Earl? Indeed, Earl says.
Falcons 16, Bucks 13.
This was another weird game.
This was awful. I watched a lot of this game. And listen, I hear you fantasy owners
Madder
than fuck.
I would
Why?
be.
Oh yeah, and supposedly the NFL's already looking into
investigating
it because nobody said anything about Bijan Robinson being sick, and all of a sudden you got Cordero Patterson getting touches, and I like
It was
Cordero.
first half, and he didn't touch the ball, and like the internet blew up. The internet blew up. It's like we didn't get no touches.
I posted a little meme. The dude with the binoculars looking for Bijan Robinson.
Looking out into space, wasn't he?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It's like,
was
why?
lost.
Why is one of the best young running backs in football? Supposedly, he had a headache.
Hey, Earl will be a good assistant.
He had a headache.
He had a headache.
Had a headache.
I'm sure it's worse than that.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. I think, personally, I feel like something happened. I don't know what, but I feel like something happened there. Maybe he banged his wife.
Maybe he caught clap.
Maybe.
Maybe he's got clap.
I don't know.
Like had the old school days with the hammer.
What they had to get his dick hit
You
with
think
the
you
rubber
play
mallet.
football after that?
No, you
There
couldn't.
ain't no way.
You could not.
You gotta take
the
them
only
days
man
off.
that could get hit,
Larry.
Larry and Earl.
Earl could.
Earl, if he took a rubber mallet to the wang, he could probably play
No,
football the same day.
Earl's would be the rubber mallet.
Earl's would be the hammer.
Earl's
I got you.
Earl's is the hammer.
I got you.
Attaboy, Earl.
I got you.
Oh, big hammer, Dick Earl. Sorry, guys. Back to football.
That was a terrible football game.
Oh,
But you know the
Sorry, Earl.
Falcons are in first place.
Falcons are in first place.
Worst
For now.
worst division in football.
Worst division in football.
Moving
The
on.
hammer. Earl said that. Earl the Hammer is what Twitch said. Earl the Hammer. I like it.
I like that. a
Earl
lot.
the Hammer.
Give him hell, hammer.
Give him a hell, Hammer, Earl.
I watched a lot of this game. My wife, she's a Seahawks fan, so I'm a kind of a closet Seahawks fan as well. Seahawks beat the Cardinals 20-10. Man, Geno just tries to give games away.
He does. He sucks.
He throws
I know that's a
interceptions.
guy. I
and,
know that's Brett's guy, but he sucks.
yeah, but Geno's not really anybody's guy.
I'm glad.
Geno's not really
You see
anybody's
DK like, fuck.
Yeah, DK didn't even play. My main man, Jackson Smith and Jigba, did catch his first NFL touchdown pass the other day. I think he's going to end up being so good. I think this will be the last year Tyler Lockett is in Seattle. He's getting older. I don't know how his contract is, but I think they'll
It's
move
fine.
on from
It's
Lockett.
fine. They can get another young one too come next year.
Well, yeah, and the Bobo, the wide receiver,
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked good, but Seattle won 20-10. Nothing special. They let the Cardinals hang the whole time.
Sorry, Earl. Hating on Geno again. Earl tore up. I think that's Earl guy.
Earl, you like Geno?
Sorry, Earl.
Dude, you got the win. That's all that matters.
He did.
You got the win.
I know we already passed it, but did you see where Olave got in trouble?
I posted the video
Yeah,
this morning.
I seen that.
He said, he told the cop, he says, I play for the Saints, man. And the cop says, and? He was going, but it was bad, but it wasn't awful. He was going 70 in a 30. So, yeah, it's more than double
Yeah,
what you're
still
supposed to,
felony.
but it's, yeah. So, but I don't think Olave's going to get in no trouble out of that. I'm sure.
Typical Buckeye guy.
Awful football game. Denver Broncos, Green Bay Packers.
God.
Listen,
2-3 and 1-5. Ugly.
I'm telling you,
Ugly.
I was on one of my biggest fantasy studs this year, and I beat this guy's drum in the preseason.
Thought you were gonna say something
was
else.
Christian Watson,
You did.
and
You
he
did.
ain't nothing.
Said he was
'cause
going to be like a top receiver, bro.
Jordan Love's terrible.
He is.
Jordan Love's terrible. Which Watson missed like the first 3 or 4 games or some shit like that.
Earl, no one likes Geno's unless it's pizza rolls.
Well, Totino's
Well,
pizza.
time out there.
Totino's pizza rolls is where it's at, my friend.
Totino's pizza rolls where it's at.
Totino's, proudly where I make those.
Proudly where he works.
things. We make Totino's pizzas and pizza rolls.
Yep.
But man, Jordan Love's terrible. He don't look good.
He don't.
He had a couple
You know what's
touchdown
weird?
passes the other night.
Zach Wilson looks more like Aaron Rodgers, and he was there for like 2 months, than what Jordan Love looks like Aaron Rodgers. And he was there forever.
Yeah.
Like he should have because at times if you watch Wilson, like the way he rolls out or the way he throws at times, like it really looks like that's kind of how Aaron Rodgers does it. Not saying they're any close, I
don't like Love at all.
but it seems like this is like him trying to do this is my thing. Don't seem like he followed too much, learn a lot. I don't know.
Brandon Wilson said Love should have thrown underneath at the end, and we wouldn't have been able to kick the game. Yeah, I agree. Was that the one where AJ Dillon was standing wide open? They are a young team. They're a young team, but
Sorry, Earl.
But I
They're
don't
hungry
think,
now.
I don't
Talking
think-
about food, and Earl on Twitch is hungry
I'm
now.
starved. I'm
He's
so hungry.
starved.
I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Ooh, what kind of jelly?
Strawberry preserves.
I like that.
Let me tell
That's
you-
like the clutch.
let me tell you-
Look, this right here, strawberry preserves.
Let me tell you guys
It
something.
looks like blood clots.
Let's get away from football for a minute.
It's like sucking on blood clots.
That's fucking disgusting. Let me tell you guys something. Let's get away from football real quick. Let me tell you two
Tell 'em,
things.
Earl.
Let me tell you two
Sucking
things.
on blood clots.
Two things I ate on vacation this past weekend that I recommend you all go to and try. Do you know Guy Fieri, the chef?
Yeah.
You guys know Guy Fieri?
Yeah. Everybody's got to know him.
He has two places. He has one in Pigeon Forge.
Earl's not hungry anymore. Sorry, Earl.
He has a place in Pigeon Forge called Downtown Flavortown, and he's got a place in Gatlinburg, Tennessee called Chicken Guy. It's strictly a chicken restaurant.
Yeah. I'm a big chicken fan.
Awful. Awful. The chicken sandwiches are literally 2 chicken tenders on a bun. I was so disappointed. Like, I'm thinking this is Guy Fieri's thing. This is about to be like top notch. Terrible. The French fries were terrible. But, huge but. The best thing I ate the whole trip was that Chicken Guy. Loaded macaroni and cheese. It had bacon. It had chopped up chicken in it.
Yeah, but don't lie.
And it also, but the thing is,
Don't lie.
I even fucking asked not to put the fucking onions on them.
Scallions. No scallions.
And they fucking put it on there. So I scooped them
Gotta
over
pick
to
'em
the
off. Gotta pick
side.
'em off.
The macaroni and cheese was the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had in my life.
When you posted that picture, it looked good.
Oh,
But
my
I knew
God.
you wasn't ordering lettuce on that thing.
Best thing I had the whole trip was the loaded mac and cheese from Chicken Guy. Get it if you're near a Chicken Guy and tell me that I'm wrong. And my second thing, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
I've stopped at Buc-ee's twice. The brisket and egg taco in morning time at Buc-ee's was the second best thing I ate.
Everybody
this whole
loves a little morning taco.
I love morning taco.
Everybody loves morning tacos.
There ain't nothing like eating a taco in the morning. Yeah.
After showered.
Oh, you just gotta be dirty. Just be dirty.
A little seepage from night.
A little fucking dirty. Just get dirty with it. Earl knows.
Earl knows.
I see you, Earl.
Earl knows.
Earl knows.
Earl knows.
All right, moving on. Back to
sports. Here we go.
Off
Back
the
to the
smutting
sports.
food. Back to sports. On
Back
we
to
go.
sports.
My boy Justin Herbert continues to fucking make me look bad.
He does.
Fucking
Poor Herbie.
which I mean, who expected them to win this game anyway? Chiefs win, beat the Chargers 31-17.
I thought it was gonna be better than that.
I mean, it was close. Herbert, I don't know. I still think he's a top-notch quarterback. Listen, the coaching staff, the Chargers, is another one needs to go. You're wasting. Herbert is not progressing. You've got players, and I just don't like Brandon Staley at all.
I think you're loaded.
Chiefs are the Chiefs. Chiefs are the best team in the AFC.
Hard to beat.
Hard to beat. Chris Jones up front. Travis Kelce's uncoverable. And if Taylor Swift,
If she's in the ballpark,
if she's there,
woo, 2 tutties.
Kelsey's going for a hundo and at least a touchdown.
He is.
There wasn't really much to talk about there.
He's like Ocho Cinco. He's eating a blue pill before the game, and he's just running like Earl.
He's fucking bricked up.
He's got Earl running in his jeans.
He's bricked up and ready to roll.
They think he's got a pad in between there.
Yeah.
Like, my God, you got wearing a cup? He's like, nah, that thing's just tucked down.
That's just brick.
That thing's just
That's just brick.
That thing's just tucked around.
We said we was getting off this smut, but here we are again.
We're just talking about football.
There's nothing really talking about that game. Chiefs. It wasn't even close, really. I mean, it was close for a while, but I mean, they only won by 14, but it wasn't that good. Your Philadelphia Eagles, Miami Dolphins. Another one of the worst calls that I've ever seen
Flag
was
or
that
fly?
fucking roughing the passer on Christian Wilkins.
It was close.
No, it wasn't.
come on.
It was not close.
Come
That was
on.
another one that I even made a fucking
crazy.
Facebook post out about.
You're crazy.
The dude barely fucking touched him,
What do you mean
and
barely?
he fucking went
The
back. And
guy's
it's like,
350 pounds.
It don't matter.
It does matter. That's not
was-
a little. Come on.
it was terrible.
The
It
only
was
one
so
you're going to
bad.
say terrible where Jalen Carter flopped.
That was bad.
That
dude.
was-
At least he said I was thinking about LeBron.
Hey, so you got to do that to win sometimes.
It was terrible.
It's
But
the way it is. Haters going to hate.
Another- I'm starting to
tell 'em.
wonder.
Haters going to hate.
this is another team I talked about with the Lions earlier. Are the Dolphins good?
Yeah, they're good.
Are they?
Yeah, they're good. They're real good.
Are they?
Yeah, they're missing 2 of the corners.
Because, well, and I'll give you that, but the best team that they've beat all year is the 2-win Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah, I was. I told King Tilly last week on their schedule.
I'm starting to
They,
wonder.
they beat the 2-3 Chargers, the 1-5 Pats, the 1-5 Denver, the 1-5 New York, and the 0-6 Carolina. Which
Yeah.
them are different
And-
now because
and-
this was last week's
And
record.
the only two good teams that they've played is the Eagles and the Bills, and they lost to both of them convincingly. So this is another team that I'm worried about.
Hey, I don't blame you. This guy said Hill's carrying his fantasy team. I guarantee he is.
He's carrying everybody's fantasy. He's carrying his team, which I mean, Achan's out now, and that's a huge loss the way he was running the ball. But I'm iffy on Miami. I'm starting to question.
Miami's going to get worse as the year goes on.
Well, Jalen's coming back, and I
but
think that's
this cold
big.
weather's hard on them fast teams.
But
It is. The teams that's not good at like downhill
wondering.
running the football. They're not good at downhill running the football. They run on the outsides.
I'm just wondering. Miami and the Detroit Lions both which Detroit got embarrassed. Miami, at least they only lost by 14.
Could've
but
been more.
It could have been more.
Could've been more.
And it was
If I know as much hate as everybody gives Nick Sirianni, but if it was the Dolphins up, old boy would have scored another touchdown.
I just don't know.
Guaranteed. Old boy would have scored another touchdown. We nailed the thing like 3 times to waste over a minute and a half off the clock.
I'm just
We was on
iffy.
the 30-yard line.
I'm just iffy on the Dolphins. I don't know. I don't know. I want them to be good because I thought they were going to be good, and they got a lot of good players. And Waddle, he left, didn't he? He left early.
Yeah, he left early.
He left early. Had a back issue.
He came back. He came
Did
back.
he come
yeah,
back?
he came back.
See,
He
I
came
didn't
back.
think he came back. I didn't watch the second half of the
he
game. I
came
had to
back.
get up for work.
Yeah, he came back.
But-
he left early and then he came back. Then he got kind of beat up, hurt again.
Hill scored a touchdown.
Hill's good.
He's the
He's
he's the MVP in the league right now. If it wasn't a quarterback, if it was not a quarterback, I would say Tyreek Hill or McCaffrey would be the MVP. If it was not a quarterback award,
If it ended today,
But it is.
What if it ended today?
if it ended today, Tyreek Hill would be the MVP
Quarterback
of the league.
award or not?
Quarterback, but they wouldn't give it to him.
Who would it give it to?
I don't know.
Because there's no one really.
I don't know. Really,
Ooh.
I'd have to think about it.
I mean,
Look
who's got
into
like
it.
the most yards? Stroud.
I'd probably give it to Mahomes. You'd probably give it to Mahomes. You know who else would, if it was a non-quarterback award, you know who should get credit, get some talk? Travis Kelce.
Probably.
Travis Kelce's can't be covered.
I think his brother should.
Well, that's what came up the other morning, and I was like, that's why I'm like, I can't even watch ESPN half the time because they're talking about Jason Kelce and the MVP of the league, and it's like, Jason Kelce might be the best center in football. I'm sorry, he's not in the fucking MVP candidate. What the fuck are you talking about, man? But yeah, I'm wondering about Miami. I want to see how this plays
It was
out.
close, wasn't it, Catfish? What did he end up with? He said Hill didn't get a hundo.
Brandon Wilson says Brandon Levis starting this week.
Uh-oh.
Levis and what the hell's his name? I can't think of his name. The other Malik. Levis and Malik Willis will both
get
play
time.
this week.
And then Bears guy will still start too, right? Tyson.
Tyson Badgett's supposed to start as well. I'm excited
Me
because
too.
the Steelers play the Titans next week.
That's nice. That'll help.
I'm
I mean,
a Mike Vrabel guy, but
You
I'm
You know what? I'm on the Mike Vrabel train.
yeah, because they're blowing that up.
I love it.
yeah,
I love Mike Vrabel and them. I am a
yeah,
closet Tennessee Titans fan.
yeah. Kevin Byard given.
Given.
But I will say,
Given.
they did say after the Byard trade, the Titans have the second most cap room in the
Well, they
NFL
should.
next year.
They have nobody.
So that's pretty good. And they said that they are shopping Henry and D-Hop. D-Hop, listen.
He was dumb for
D-Hop,
signing there.
We all said
Yes,
that.
we all said that.
We all-
That was the stupidest thing they did.
Two guys that I was blown away where they signed when they did was D-Hop in Tennessee.
I agree, Earl.
We all thought
Super Bowl's a little crazy.
We all thought he should have signed somewhere and chased a ring. And Adam Thielen. I look at what Thielen's doing in Carolina. Both of those guys I thought should have went somewhere else and chased rings, but they wanted paydays. So I understand. I will never be upset
Which
for somebody wanting
Earl's
a
probably
payday.
cheating in, isn't he? Earl's the owner of Twitch's Fantasy, so they're buddies on here. So Earl gets to do what he wants. Sorry, Twitch.
I ran a few leagues my time. Earl.
Earl's
I know.
got that hammer.
I know.
When you got the
I know
hammer,
how
you
that
lay it
is.
down, right?
I know how Earl operates now. I get you. I get you, Earl. But Henry, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk. We'll get to some trade guys in a minute.
Nice. I like trade talk.
Last game of the week, Vikings 49ers. The
Talk about a
49ers, the 49ers are 0-2 since they won their Super Bowl. Kittle with his fuck Dallas shirt on. That was their game.
That was their game. They had to
They
win.
had that. He had that shirt made.
He been playing that
ready.
week one. Week 1, they've been playing,
And they're
playing
0,
that in their head.
they're 0-2 since they won that game. They lost to the Cleveland Browns and they lost to Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson less in Minnesota Vikings, 22-17.
Addison looked good though. From
Addison, people don't realize this. You know Tyreek Hill is leading the league in touchdowns. Do you know Jordan Addison is second?
Really?
He has 6 touchdowns. Wow. Tyreek's got 7.
How many did he get Monday night?
2.
2, I thought he did.
Jordan Addison has 6
That's
touchdowns. He's good.
And if you card collectors, Jordan Addison be one to snag up early.
Absolutely.
I know they go in waves, but I mean, if Minnesota fails and they lose the next couple games, they could be on the trade to get rid of a couple guys. Not Addison.
I don't think so.
But I'm saying they could get rid of someone.
I don't think so.
Maybe JJ.
I think no, ain't happening. Not happening.
You get a lot.
They're not trading anybody on that team. They're not out of it far enough yet.
Not yet.
They're in it.
Not yet, but 2 more weeks.
I'm not positive about this. I think the trade deadline is Tuesday.
That's next Tuesday, not this one though. Right?
I thought it was this coming Tuesday.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure the
30th
31st is the trade deadline. Somebody look that up. When's the NFL trade deadline? I think it's the 31st.
Who could the Browns trade to help out the quarterback situation?
They need to. They really do need to.
Hey, Dusty, we'll just stay with those trade deadlines. And here, once we tie this up, we're going to talk some football about who do we think could trade or quarterbacks or pieces.
It's the 31st. That's what I thought. I thought the trade deadline. So the trade deadline's Thursday. So there's no more waiting.
No.
After this week, it's now or never.
It's now or draft time.
Yeah. So this is it.
Yep.
And I don't think Kirk Cousins is going anywhere.
I don't either.
They've won
either.
3 games.
Not in a few
and
days.
the first place Lions have only won 5.
Yeah.
And they've got players. If Minnesota had a defense,
even if it was a 2nd round pick, you wouldn't.
Would I? Yeah, I would have already gave up on Cousins. He's a free agent. I'm pretty sure he's a free agent at the end of the year.
And you're not
going to pay. They're not going to pay Kirk Cousins at the end of this year. I would have already been. Cousins would have been
Earl throwing out hammers there. I like it.
I like that. All right, but let's go ahead and get into that. Trade deadline's Tuesday. I didn't write anybody down.
I got some from last week.
But,
if you want to look at some names.
There's like the trade deadline. I seen that they said the Buffalo Bills called the 49ers and asked for if Dre Greenlaw was available, and they said John Lynch just immediately said no and hung up. So they said the Bills are looking for linebackers because they lost Matt Milano.
Yeah, but could you imagine? I mean, Greenlaw's good. There's no way.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Them boys are good.
Greenlaw and we got away from that game before we talked about it. Really, Purdy isn't. Purdy's not a top tier quarterback.
Nope.
They didn't have Debo, and they're not going to have Debo for at least till after the bye. They got like 1 or 2 more games and then the bye. Trent Williams, arguably best offensive lineman in football, he was out. So it was a close game. Moody missed another gimme field goal. What is up with these kickers? I said the other day he's got the Roberto Aguayo disease, like Aguayo for Florida State. Money. Got drafted in like the fucking 3rd round or some shit and was god awful. Moody, now he is making some kicks, but he's also they would have beat the Browns if he made a 41-yard fucking field goal. And then he missed another 40-yarder the other night. I just don't know about the 49ers. They're going to have to figure this out. But the defense, they're not getting any pressure at all. Kirk Cousins threw the ball 45 times.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's the Minnesota. They don't run, they throw. This is my thing, though. Minnesota threw the ball 45 times. Do you know how many sacks San Francisco had?
2.
None.
Wow.
None. They didn't get sacked at all, man. Nobody is taking Deshaun Watson, Seth.
Nope.
No one
Not
in
right
the
now.
world is taking Deshaun
No.
Watson in that fucking contract. $235 million guaranteed. No one's taking Deshaun Watson.
Not right now.
Cleveland fucked up by giving Deshaun Watson that deal. Listen, Cleveland, if you guys remember, Cleveland was the first team that Deshaun Watson eliminated when he said he was making his decision. And then all of a sudden Cleveland comes back and they're like, hey, what if we give you 235 fully guaranteed? I've always wanted to be a Cleveland Brown.
Yep.
I love Cleveland. Nobody's taking Deshaun Watson.
Let's stay with that real quick. And I heard this, and this is a really, really good point. So that's a job, right? NFL is a job to some of these people.
Well, yeah.
So if in your job, I mean, say you kind of enjoyed a job that you like doing, but you hit the Powerball for $200 million, right? Would you say you still had to be contractually signed to General Mills? Okay,
Yeah.
just say you had to finish out the next 3 or 4 years at General Mills.
Yeah.
but you did hit a Powerball for $200 million.
I wouldn't do jack shit.
So what would you do? You would check out, right? You would be injured.
I would be fired.
Or you would, I mean,
I would get fired.
and that's what I'm getting at,
I would
guys.
get
This
fired.
guy's done checked out, dude.
He's checked out.
He's done. He hit 275 million and he's gone.
Listen,
This guy is done.
This is my thing about Deshaun. Like when he got hit the other night, I was watching that game, and like he passed the test.
It was okay to come in.
He was fine, and they're like, you know what? Let's roll with PJ Walker.
benched him.
Listen, I love PJ Walker because he was a Houston Roughneck, and they were my favorite XFL team. But the guy's terrible. The guy's awful. Look at PJ Walker and the stats. He's not good. He's not good. But Cleveland's like, let's let PJ do it instead of Deshaun. It's like, I think that both are. Deshaun's got his payday, and he don't give a fuck. And PJ Walker, at least he wants to play.
And I think the coaches at a point is, dude, our defense is winning us games. We're hanging in there. We're scoring a little bit
Well,
of
that's
points.
what's crazy.
And it's like, what do I do?
If Cleveland had a quarterback, they could be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's probably what the coach is looking at. Like,
But I will say,
have a
what the
quarterback that's very good on my roster.
Yeah.
I have to try to play him to see if he will play.
It's so crazy, though, because the defense really played awful the other day. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is Gardner Minshew?
Well, besides one guy.
Oh, it was bad. But yeah, he needs a massage or something. I don't know. Don't even say Colin Kaepernick. Don't. Anytime we talk quarterbacks, somebody always, which I know Brandon Wilson's joking, but somebody always says Kaepernick.
I think it's past massages.
You know
Burns.
what my thing is with
I think
Kaepernick?
it's past massages. He
You know
needs
what?
something else.
Do you know recently the XFL and what was it? The XFL and the USFL? I don't remember. The XFL and that other league, they combined, and they said The Rock actually reached out to Colin Kaepernick about coming to play for their league, and he denied. He said, no thanks. Why? If you are Colin Kaepernick and you have been saying for years that you want to get back in the NFL, why wouldn't you take a shot in the XFL?
I mean, if you're good, why wouldn't you play?
Why? I mean,
I promise
if
you.
the NFL has blackballed you, and basically that's what it is, the NFL's blackballed him. And if you really want to play football, you see it. Like I just talking about PJ Walker, he played so well in the XFL, and he got signed in the NFL.
Why? Why did he get signed?
He played well.
So
they got to see that.
So
you're telling me
Cat comes out and balls.
Exactly.
Say, 50 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. You don't think he's not going to get signed to somebody?
Exactly.
How wouldn't
if
he?
Kaepernick went in there,
How wouldn't he?
and he played well. Look at what's his name? Didn't he just sign too? The old Alabama quarterback played for the Bengals. He just signed with the Bengals.
It's like a slap in the face or demotion.
What the hell is
I don't know what you're talking about.
what is probably play
Look like your
little finger?
Look like give him a little finger back.
The kid that played for the Battlehawks this past season. He was the Bengals quarterback. He played at Alabama. Was Bengals backup
McCarron?
quarterback. AJ McCarron balled the fuck out this year,
And he still gets
and
a little
now
bit of
he's
time at
signed.
times, yeah.
He's a third string
Yep.
for the Bengals.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you?
XFL, yep.
Why wouldn't you want to
I get
fucking
it.
go
but
play?
He's saying that it's like a
A
saying-
demotion. I get that. But if you're never going to get in the shot in the NFL, wouldn't you at least want to go
Yeah, but
out
time out.
and make an effort?
This isn't Mahomes or this isn't
Yeah.
a Super Bowl winning quarterback. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
I know he had a stretch for a while, and I know he made it to a couple playoff games and
He went to
to
the
a
Super Bowl.
championship and was there.
Yeah.
But
Didn't he lose the Super Bowl to the Ravens? Wasn't he the quarterback for the
Maybe.
49ers?
Pretty
sure.
But you haven't won anything. You haven't put a stamp on anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not like him. You're not the guy that everyone's turned over to. I mean, you had a bad strand there for a while, and you was never a great quarterback. You know what I mean? You made good plays. You made things happen.
And he had he has potential. He had potential.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an athletic freak,
but if you
man.
do,
He
go
had a
show
cannon.
it. Go show it.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't care where you at or what you're doing. Just go show it. If you
Totally
want to
agree.
play, go show it. I don't care if it's in the XFL, the AFL, flag football, arena football.
Play.
If you are that good, go dominate. That's what I tell Leroy. Honestly, I tell Leroy, I said, bub,
How the fuck Leroy not get a touch?
I said,
Bullshit.
I said, listen, I said, I didn't play football in high school. You know what I mean? So I didn't have that name. I wasn't a popular kid growing up. You know what I mean? I wasn't that preppy kid, as you call it. I tell Leroy, you have to be so damn good, they can't afford to take you off the field. You know what I mean?
I agree.
He didn't play he didn't play the defense until week 4. He didn't get a defensive snap until week 4, and now he leads the team in interceptions.
Yeah. Dog.
So I don't know.
But yeah, I don't
If
understand.
you want to prove yourself and you're that good, you
gotta
gotta
do
prove
it.
yourself.
Good to it.
Can't do the talk.
I don't get it. All right, more trade talk. Anybody else you see getting traded? Like the Titans supposedly of making Derrick Henry and D Hop available.
Saquon?
Let me tell you what I think, and I think some of these guys might like this. Now, listen, Kareem Hunt has done a fine job, but Kareem Hunt is not a feature running back. And I don't know about the quarterback position, so I don't really know. But I think Derrick Henry to Cleveland would be a really good move. Tell me Derrick Henry Cleveland would be nice.
Be a really good move. Derrick Henry would be really good.
Dude, Derrick Henry Cleveland would be nice. Like Kareem Hunt's solid.
Too slow.
He's not a every down back, man. Derrick Henry to Cleveland. If I am a Browns owner, Browns fan, that's what I want. And where D Hop? You got anywhere else for Henry?
Henry?
I'm trying to look.
Bills? I think Bills would be decent.
Like I like James Cook, but I
think
agree.
Bills would
I
be a
think
pounder.
I think that would be a really
Another team
good
I don't want to say, and I'll say it really quietly.
Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys.
I
I think
also-
Dallas Cowboys would be a good.
I think
a good
Dallas.
pick for
Like
him.
I really like Tony Pollard, but to
He
me,
needs
just
help.
Tony Pollard's not.
needs
He's
help.
not an every down
He needs
back,
help.
man. I like Pollard, but I agree with that 100%.
And you want to know another one I think he'd be good at? Baltimore.
Baltimore makes a lot of sense because
Baltimore.
like they lost Dobbins.
Yeah.
Gus Edwards is okay,
He's
but he's nothing
He's not a
special.
25
Justice
carry. Yeah,
Hill
you wanna
is
split
he'll
some.
catch some balls out of the backfield and he'll bust a big one. But yeah, Baltimore. There's a ladybug crawling on my computer.
they're everywhere.
Hey, ladybug. That's Earl. He sent us a ladybug. But yeah, I forgot about Baltimore. Derrick Henry would make a lot of sense for Baltimore. Any of you guys got any trade ideas? Let us know. Where do you think D Hop would go? Be good at.
I think a good fit.
My number one is Kansas City.
Kansas City. And I think another one, a good one would be Dallas.
Everyone going to Dallas.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying because they need that piece.
Brandon Wilson, he's on that D Hop to Green Bay. Brandon Wilson, you're years away. You ain't trading for D Hop.
No.
You're trading. You ain't in this thing here anymore. D Hop's got to go somewhere. What about Julio Jones? You're signing. I thought that was people were actually thinking like that's going to be a difference.
I think it's
maker.
good. I mean, it's
better than Olamide Zacchaeus.
yeah, and I mean,
But
it's,
like people, like seriously, like, people acting like that's a difference maker.
No.
This motherfucker just was on the field with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and had Tom Brady throwing the ball, and he's not a difference maker. He's better. He's better than what they had, so it's a good sign.
and he's a good blocker.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
he's a physical freak.
But people acting like, I got to go pick up.
But he can score a couple
Julio
touchdowns.
Jones in my
But
fantasy.
he can score a couple touchdowns.
You're not starting Julio Jones in fantasy ever.
No, because you don't know what you're going
Unless
to get out of it.
Devontae or AJ
Yeah.
goes down.
Yeah. And he still ain't going to catch a ball. I don't think.
D Hop.
None right now, Earl.
I'm trying to think of where else D
None
Hop
right
could
now,
go.
Earl.
I like the 49ers.
We're not going to be good.
Debo injured. They
Yep.
say he's got a fractured. It was a shoulder, a hairline fracture on his shoulder. They said he's only missed 3 weeks, but I don't know about that. If you got a fracture in your shoulder, that sounds like it could be serious.
I think if you're honestly, if you're Minnesota and you're still trying to go all in,
Yeah, but I don't think so. I don't see that. No Baltimore. No Falcons. No Bucks.
that's about it for D-Hop.
Yeah, that's
D-Hop's
probably
only going
about
to
it.
have a few options,
Yeah.
honestly.
D-Hop be good in Philly. D-Hop be good in Philly if they didn't just sign Julio. I could see that. But,
I don't see him.
But no, not that they signed D-Hop or Julio. Anybody else you think might get traded?
I mean, we could talk about the Denver. I mean,
Oh yeah, Denver. Everybody in Denver is available. Everybody in Denver's available. JJ not going nowhere. Oh, you mean if he played in Minnesota? Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. I could see one or both of them guys getting moved. Where? I don't know.
someone was talking about that Simmons line, the safety.
Justin Simmons.
And
Justin
them talking about it.
Patrick Surtain is the Denver Bronco that I would be all in on. But I've heard, but that's what I'm saying. I've read a lot that Denver said they're not. That's the one guy on the team that they are not interested.
I think that would be the one guy I would.
Is Patrick Surtain? Yeah,
I mean, he could be there for 8 years, 9 years.
There's no reason.
This dude could be locked down.
There's no reason to trade Surtain.
Hey, you're not wrong, Twitch. Denver's a trash can right now, and they're trying to burn that thing, bro.
They're trying to burn it down.
Hey, guys on the Talk World, hey, come in. We're talking about a trade deadline coming up soon. Talking some your team, who you want, who you looking at, who you think some maybe people are looking to trade.
I'm singing Parker McCollum, man. Burn it down.
I don't like it.
You should like it.
I don't.
You should.
Let's talk about a hot topic. T. Higgins.
T. Higgins, I'm not going nowhere.
You don't think so?
No.
But would you move on from him?
No.
Wow. You'd sign him.
Yeah. Bengals are Super Bowl contender.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's going to walk away.
I don't care. I'm not. If you move Higgins, you still got Chase and you still got Boyd. But I don't think you're as nearly a big a Super Bowl contender without T. Higgins on the other side of Jamar Chase. No way Cincinnati's moving T. Higgins. No way. They're a Super Bowl contender. I'm a Steelers fan. Cincinnati, I've been beating this drum. I will still take Cincinnati to win the North because they got Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow is getting more healthy. I don't really care for their
Earl's
defense.
giving you the question marks. Bengals, Super Bowl?
Earl, I'm telling you, I'm a Steelers fan. They got Joe Burr. They got Jamar Chase. Higgins, when he's right, I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you, tell me if I'm wrong. The only team the Kansas City Chiefs fear in the AFC is the Cincinnati Bengals. That's it.
Maybe Baltimore.
But they
got to be playing good.
Cincinnati is beating Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think Cincinnati is the only team in the AFC that Kansas City in the back of their mind is thinking, man, I hope we don't fucking play them. I hope everybody else in the AFC North keeps winning, and Cincinnati has some games where they just shit the bed and they don't end up making the playoffs. Because I'm telling you, man, Cincinnati's got weapons. And Joe Burrow I still think he's second best quarterback in football.
Here's another team that we mentioned last week.
And I fucking hate them.
What about Tampa Bay?
I
mean, there's some players on there. Devin White, Mike Evans. I mean,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. They're only like a game back.
Yeah, but it's time. It's time to. Are you going in? Or are you coming out? Right.
Well,
because you can't stay in the middle. They're in the middle right now.
They're in the middle, and they're not. They might. Well, see, like I said, we talk about this all the time. These guys want to win. They're not in the back of their mind saying, "Well, we know we can't win the Super Bowl, so let's go ahead and trade some of our guys." They don't want to do that. Now, the general manager. To me, if I'm Tampa Bay's general manager, I'm moving Mike Evans. He's a free agent at the end of the fucking year.
He's veteran. He's aging.
Get something for him. If you could get a high draft pick, I'm moving Mike Evans.
What if you're Tampa Bay and you go all in? You're saying, I'm going to get Saquon.
Didn't they? Saquon ain't going nowhere. I'll say that.
You don't think so?
Nope. Giants ain't moving Saquon Barkley.
Just going to sign him again next year?
Best player on your football team.
Yeah, but you suck.
Don't matter. Giants ain't gonna move Saquon. I will be shocked come Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. If the Giants move Saquon Barkley, I don't see it happening. I don't see it. Yeah, they suck.
Green Bay needs a safety. What's it say? Green Bay
Savage down.
Is down for a few. Hoping if we do make. Hey, you guys can get Buda Baker.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening because Savage isn't out for a long time.
Wes has got some comments.
Let's go, Wes.
Okay, so I have a flex question. Here we go. We like these.
I love
we like these, right?
Fantasy question.
Drake London or Hollywood Brown or Calvin Ridley in the flex. Drake London, Hollywood Brown, Calvin Ridley on the flex. Wes, we appreciate you. Hey, give us a follow. Fantasy Guru is going to give you some insider here.
I'm a Steelers fan. Start Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
I'm a Steelers fan. Start Calvin Ridley.
Hey, you heard it, Wes.
Start Calvin
You
Ridley.
heard it, Wes.
You seen what Puka
You heard it, Wes.
Puka Nakua just ate us. Now, we did hold Cooper Kupp to only 2 catches, but the Rams were running the ball a lot. I think to me, it's between London and Ridley, and personally, I would roll out Calvin Ridley. T-Law is one of the best quarterbacks in football. He's just getting better every week to me. Jaguars getting better every week to me. They may
Calvin Ridley, Wes.
Calvin Ridley from a Steelers
Smash that
fan.
follow. Give us some likes. Share that thing, Wes. We appreciate you.
I like Savage too. You know, Brandon Wilson, I just pulled a Darnell Savage mini helmet the other day in a Cut Above Sports. Trent Jordan Watt. But start Calvin Ridley against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense this week.
Love them fantasy questions.
I love my fantasy questions. I love them. Anybody else getting traded? Buda Baker, you said? I don't think so. Maybe they should.
Here's one that.
They should.
What about Aaron Donald?
No.
Not at all.
No chance. No chance. They're winning games.
I know.
I could see that if the Rams were fucking 0-6 or some shit or 1-5. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Donald isn't going nowhere. I don't think so.
So any big splashes, or is it over?
I don't think there's going to be any big splashes at all in the NFL for
Kyler?
Who?
Kyler?
No.
Nothing.
I don't think so.
I seen Cowboys called Zach Ertz.
I don't think that Donald would want to play anywhere else, Brandon Wilson. I don't think so. Cooper Rush. Dusty Burns wants his Browns to trade for Cooper Rush.
I mean, we'll stick with that. I know the Browns ask him, what would you do if you're the Browns, man? Would you go reach and get a quarterback? I mean, I think I would. I'm not saying time out. I'm not saying like trade a high pick for somebody.
You're not getting Kirk Cousins.
Okay, you're not getting Kirk Cousins.
Everybody wants Kirk Cousins, but Minnesota's not trading Kirk Cousins, guys. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen.
Could you get like a next good backup?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm looking ahead and like who? I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at the rosters. Cooper Rush. I don't
Trey Lance.
I
know you just traded for him.
You ain't going to trade Trey Lance. I don't see that happening. Who are you going to get? Who you going to get? Fucking Drew Lock? Fuck, you just roll PJ Walker if you're going to fucking do that. How long is Watson? I don't know, man. They said, I read the other day.
He's checked out.
Well, that's the thing. He's checked out mentally.
5 years. That's how long he's out.
They said
you're right, Dusty Burns. The rest of his life.
I read that he was out.
Quit.
He has the same injury that if a pitcher in baseball gets it, they're normally out 4 to 6 weeks. And he's just trying to play through it. But like I said, I think it's more than that.
1 for 5.
I don't know, man. I think
it's here. He's checked out, boys.
I honestly don't know who in the hell you could get. Jameis Winston?
That wouldn't be bad.
Like, right? Listen, I don't understand why Jameis ever signed. I don't understand why Jameis signed a deal to back up in New Orleans. Like, I think Jameis can start. Jameis is going to turn the ball over. Yeah. He is going to do that.
But he'll throw some yards.
But he will throw the fucking ball. He'll throw some touchdown passes.
Big skin, boy.
Jameis Winston. I'm looking down and just looking at the fucking backup quarterbacks. Jacoby Brissett.
That's not bad.
Why is Cleveland not on the phone to bring Jacoby Brissett
Teddy Bridgewater
back?
Where's he at?
Teddy Bridgewater. I have no idea where Teddy's
Miami
at.
or something? Hanging out?
I really don't know.
I mean, he's not
Detroit.
bad. He's not bad, right?
Teddy Bridgewater, I believe, is in Detroit.
They probably won't let him go.
So, yeah, but why wouldn't you?
Because if Golf gets hurt.
Yeah, but, Hendon Hooker's not ready.
He's not ready.
So, yeah, probably not.
If Hooker's ready, I think
Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
Atlanta. But these guys signed these guys, in case. But
yeah, just signed them. Yeah, you're right.
Jacoby Brissett, to me, would be a good one for Cleveland.
Right,
Jacoby Brissett. I like that.
That'd be a good one.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett played well in Cleveland last year. That would be one. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Cleveland's going to do anything, quarterback-wise. I think they're going to fucking roll with P.J. Walker. Don't even get me fucking.
What about Cam Newton? Cleveland Brown fans, would you call up? He's got to be better than Watson.
Don't even get me fucking.
He's got to be better than P.J. Walker.
Cam fucking Newton.
He's got to be. Come on, guys.
No. Cam Newton. I'd roll P.J. Walker before I fucking get Cam Newton.
Oh, here's another question. Chappie.
Chappie. Chappie's one of our OG
Chappie.
favorites. We love Chappie. Love you, Chap.
We need a dry erase board so we can write like the OG's names.
Earl and
Earl,
Chappie
what do you guys
are
think
two
about
of our
that?
originals.
Hey, what do you guys think about a dry erase board?
Yes, Brandon.
For
I
like
agree.
the OG people that get
love
like
Cam
the
Newton,
comments first.
But now
answer.
he's dog shit. Brandon Wilson says Cam's his all-time favorite QB. He's trash right now. He is. He's
Okay.
washed.
All right, you ready for Chappie?
Cam. I'm ready for Chappie.
Okay.
Always ready for
With
Chappie.
Roshan coming back, is Foreman still a start? And he has D. Henderson also.
Dude.
Fantasy Guru breaking it down.
I have Deontay. I picked up Deontay Foreman 2 weeks ago, and I've been starting him. He's playing well. But I'm going to tell you what. Who do the Rams play this week?
Cowboys. I think it's the Cowboys.
If the Rams play
Rams
Dallas,
got the Cowboys this week, right, boys? I think. I might be wrong, but I thought I said
I don't know who the Bears play this week either, though. That's a tough one because if I have Deontay Foreman in a league and I'm 6-1 in that league right now, and
Hold on, Earl. We'll break it down.
if I had Foreman and I had Daryl Henderson ran the ball really well. I was so mad watching the Rams and Steelers game this week because the Rams had two fucking running backs that were literally on the couch and they were just running all over us. And I was so mad at that. But I think I would stick with Foreman. He's played really well. He's played well in a couple games. And I don't think Roshan, I don't think they'll throw him back in fully.
Chicago's got Chargers.
Oh, start Foreman because the Chargers have no defense at all. Start Deontay Foreman, Chappie. I'm starting Deontay Foreman as well. Start him.
All right, Earl's got a question.
Earl question always go to the top.
Should I give the start to Rashad White, Tampa Bay, or risk it and see what Montgomery's going to do?
I go Rashad White.
Rashad White.
Go Rashad White, Earl.
Rashad White.
I like
Earl.
Rashad White a lot, but I think they need another running back because I think Rashad is much more of a third down back and like a pass catcher. I don't think he needs to be running the ball a lot. Tampa Bay needs to get a running back in the offseason to pair with White. I would start Rashad White, though, unless you find out David Montgomery
Chappie,
is going to
boys,
play.
Never disappoint. Love you, Chappie.
Love you, Chap.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, what else you got? We got anything else?
Just something I seen. Good game of the week next week. Bengals and Niners.
Bengals Niners. I'm excited about that game.
That's big.
You know what? I ain't going to give. I ain't going to.
Thanks, guys. Hey, not a problem, Earl.
We ain't going to get
Love you,
into next week yet because you got to come back Sunday morning for that. But I'll give you a little sneak preview.
We like touching down.
I'll give you a little sneak preview. 49ers 3 in a row. Losses. Cincinnati Bengals going to beat the 49ers this week.
I like it.
I hate it because I'm a Steelers fan. I need these fucking teams to lose. Cleveland loses to fucking Indianapolis and they get a fucking win. Ravens play the fucking best game of the fucking season and fucking roll Detroit. The whole fucking division wins. Pisses me off. Curtis Samuel or JSN. I'm starting Curtis Samuel unless DK Metcalf is out again.
Hey,
Jackson
right,
Smith and Jigba
true test for the Bengals.
DK didn't play last week and Jigba scored a touchdown. That's why I'm so high on JSN in the future.
Their MRI showed no damage to Watson's shoulder. Watson remains day to day. He's dealing with a strain of the.
He's dealing with a strained fucking vagina
muscle in the rotator cuff. He needs a massage.
He needs a fucking massage.
He needs a Houston massage.
Watson's dealing with a strange vagina. You want me to tell you who to throw an anytime touchdown bet on, guaranteed? Dalton Kincaid.
Ooh,
this week, Thursday night.
I like that. What about old AJ Brown going for another 1.5?
He's stud. Who they play this week?
Commanders.
Yeah, he'll get that.
Should.
He'll get that.
Commanders good though. They got good defense.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
You know, Commanders one of the fucking during
what
the
about
draft.
Chase Young?
Chase Young.
You can move on him, right?
I think they should trade Chase Young.
You could definitely get something out of him.
Something out of Chase Young. You always get something for pass rushers.
Where?
Fuck, I don't know.
Where? Detroit. Give old freaking Aiden some help. Give Aiden some help.
Detroit could use him.
When I told King Tilly last week that Raiders should get rid of Matt Crosby, part of him died. Part of him died that day. He was emotionally in check. I told him, he's like, they'll have to get rid of everything. He's like, look what they gave up for Mac. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to.
They ain't getting rid of Max.
He was tore up.
Should they? Probably. Should get rid of everybody. Just restart the whole thing.
I mean, because you're resetting the years, really, is why you're doing it.
I think that Washington could really get a decent amount out of Chase because he's playing. He's healthy.
I think you get a second round out of him.
And he's in there, man.
think you get a second
He's
round.
near the quarterback all the fucking time. Him and Montez Sweat both.
They are.
Beat
They're
both
good.
of them.
Sweat boys are good.
Well, Washington fucked up on that corner, man. And we all said it during the draft. They took that Emmanuel Forbes, and it's like, why?
Why did
Everyone, like all the analysts and everyone's like, why did they take
was
him?
early.
They could have took, I'm pretty sure Gonzalez. I don't know if Gonzalez was after him or not. But
it was a reach. It was a reach regardless.
send Hopkins to the Browns. Yeah, I don't see that. The Browns are wide receivers. Elijah Moore's all right. Maury Cooper's all
They're not
right.
gonna sign
Donovan
another
Peoples
old
Jones
guy.
is all right.
They're not going to sign another old
No,
guy.
I don't see that. The wide receivers ain't a problem in Cleveland. It's a fucking quarterback.
I just don't know why Chiefs don't reach out to him. I think it's stupid.
I think, and I will say Kansas City, their guys are like Rasheed Rice
They're
is starting
playing
to
good,
turn
yeah,
on. But if you can imagine putting D Hop out there with those guys,
Yeah,
and he
I
don't
think-
have to play all
But
the
I
time.
think he would be a good role for them young guys.
I've said all along in the offseason, I thought D Hop should have went to Kansas
I
City.
mean, look at Tony. Tony would be good to have a guy to kind of teach.
I don't know. If I'm Cleveland, you're going to make me a Jared Goff or Derek Carr.
Golf.
Give
Not
me
even
Goff.
close.
I ain't even look and see who they're playing.
It's not even close.
I'll start Jared Goff over Derek Carr if Jared Goff's on a bye.
Detroit's got the Raiders.
Ooh.
Raiders will win this game. Ask King Tilly.
King Tilly does say the Raiders are winning this game. Lions win that game by 14. Start Golf easy.
Start Golf
over that.
easy.
Yeah, start Golf. What about NFL power rankings? We didn't do our power rankings. NFL power rankings.
We forgot about those.
I forgot totally.
It's all right. We're still here.
That's all that matters.
People are here and we are here. They love us.
Number 5 NFL power rankings. Who you got?
I'll find where I'm at.
He don't even know where the fuck he's at, Earl.
Dallas Cowboys, baby.
Making their appearance for
Dallas
the first
Cowboys,
time
number 5.
in my power rankings. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sheesh, that's high up there.
They're turning it around.
They're turning around. They're
ETN is playing.
ETN. Yeah.
ETN's playing so well. I love me some ETN. Even though I hope they die like dogs this week because they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. Come on, Trent.
I felt good there, didn't it? It gave you a little LA night
Yeah.
love, didn't it? Yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4, the Miami Dolphins.
Why did the Rams let go of Brett Maher? Jamie Prowse asked. Because this last weekend, they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers by 7 points. Brett Maher missed 2 field goals and an extra point. You just lost your team a football game. You're not very good to begin with. You're out the door.
Hey, before we talk about number 4, we got a new question here on New Guy.
New question.
Samson Rapper, hey, give us a follow here, bro. We're going to answer your question.
Follow us, Samson.
Hey, what about those refs from the game possibly being suspended now? We talked about it earlier. You know what I mean?
Every week.
And that's what we talked about every week. It seems like there's 1 or 2 games. It's like, what is going on?
Every week.
I mean, it's like bluntly, there's a play that could be. There's something that needs to be done. There needs to be a repercussion. I mean, suspended, paychecks paid without pay. Something has to happen so these guys can not just go off feelings or emotions or I don't know. Or maybe just, I know you don't like it and I know people don't, but review them.
That's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to make the game so much longer. I don't give a shit. Get it right.
But make
Get
it
it
where
right.
maybe it's only certain times of the quarters or touchdowns or
Yeah, but bad calls happen all
they
the time.
do. But I mean, if you go to review everything, there's a hold every play.
Well, I'm not saying everything, but you got to make.
But that's the thing because
things.
I guarantee you could call a holding penalty.
Well, I'd say
every
you can.
play on offense or defense.
I'd say you
guarantee
can, but there's just
or
so
hands
many
to the
bad
face or
calls.
something.
I think they need to just start hammering it down on the and not just the NFL. Baseball. Angel Hernandez is one of the worst fucking umpires, and he's graded statistically like the worst umpire in baseball every fucking year. Why does he still have a job?
Why is he still there?
Why? They grade the umpires. And like the other day, I actually seen a dude was 1 call away from umpiring a perfect game, statistically wise. Like didn't miss any balls or strikes or anything. He was graded 1 missed call away from perfect. That's awesome. So if you got this other fucking dude who's awful and graded the worst, Why is he still employed? I'm with you.
We agree,
Umpires,
Kobe.
all officiating.
We agree,
They
Kobe.
need to fucking start laying the hammer down.
Something's got to be reviewed. Something's got to happen. Something's got to change. Or I mean, you're going to lose people watching the game.
Well, you're never going to lose people watching the
Not
game.
everybody.
You're never
Not
going to
everybody,
lose.
but you're going to lose. You're going to lose
Some,
fans. I mean,
but we're never going to stop watching.
and any little bit hurts.
Every week when my Steelers get their fucking ass beat, I say, I'm fucking done with this fucking team. I'm not watching it anymore. You know what I'm going to be doing Sunday? I'm going to use a vacation day from work, and at 1 o'clock, I'm going to have my ass sitting in front of my TV watching my football team because we love football.
So Dusty Burns did send us a little Adam Schefter insider.
Adam Schefter insider
We appreciate
from
that.
Dusty Burns.
It's and you kind of touched on it. Some clarity on Deshaun Watson's injury.
Strained vaginal muscle.
Doctors told him that he has a strain of the subscapulus
Yeah.
within the rotator cuff
Yeah.
as he continues to have both pain and weakness with movement.
Yep.
This type of injury in baseball normally
4 to
causes
6,
pitchers
I think
to miss
that's it.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
Watson continues to work regular to regain strength and velocity in his shoulder
AKA
and shorten that window.
AKA my pussy's swole.
AKA, why don't you come out and talk?
My pussy's swole. My pussy's swole. That's why he's out.
I don't like it.
Number 4.
I don't like it.
Who did you have it for?
Miami Dolphins.
San Francisco 49ers. They've lost 2 in a row. I still can't drop them out of my top 5 power rankings. Can't do it yet. Hey, ladybug. Get off my paper.
Just smash it.
No, I'm not smashing a ladybug. All right, number 3.
San Francisco 49ers.
My number 3. Making their... I got a couple debuts.
Debut at 3?
Debut at number 3.
Sheesh.
Lamar Jackson and the
Dang.
Baltimore Ravens. I keep saying
Gina.
week after week, I keep wanting to shit on Baltimore because I hate them. They're my most hated team of football. I'm a
These little
Steelers
rat birds,
fan.
don't you?
I fucking hate the Ratbirds. We beat them already. Why didn't I put my Steelers in top 5?
You should have.
We beat the Ravens. We
Yeah,
beat them.
how's
we
that
beat
possible?
We beat them and the Browns.
How's that possible?
We're the kings of the North. Baltimore Ravens, they're playing the best. They honestly, they should have. They might have been the best team in the AFC, but I couldn't do it. Number 2, or who was your 3?
Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
No, you're okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2,
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. I love Pacheco.
Hey, appreciate you, Covey. Thanks
Hey.
for coming around, hanging out, brother.
Thanks, Covey. Go Knowles.
Go Knowles. Keep on winning.
Pacheco. I say this every week. I love Isaiah Pacheco. He just runs so hard. He runs angry.
I'm pretty sure this is the first week that I have him on.
Really?
Yep.
Number 1. We're all on them. We're both on them. Philadelphia
it's
Eagles.
a Philly thing, baby.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Brotherly shove, Earl. Brotherly shove.
Defensive line's nasty.
Offensive line's nasty.
They just added Kevin Byard. I think that was a steal.
That's a steal.
I think that was a real big move for him.
The Steelers showed us why they got rid of Edmonds.
Yeah.
So we just traded him too.
Yeah. Edmund's terrible.
He's slow.
And I seen somebody say that we should bring him back. We should try to trade for him for Tennessee.
slow.
And I wouldn't be opposed to it because
He's a good backup.
He's solid,
And he
but
helps.
He's not. He's
He's just slow.
He's just not very good.
But
He's not very
anybody's
good.
slow in that Miami defense versus that Miami offense. I mean,
All right, that's it. So we both got the Eagles at 1.
Eagles at 1.
You got anything else? Anybody else got anything else you want to talk about, discuss, bring up real quick? Before we end this?
Any fantasy news on TikTok, fantasy questions, anything? We're answering them. Hoops.
Full slate of hoops tonight.
We are answering questions. If anybody has any questions, comments, anything for you in this show.
My main man, Luka Doncic, he is questionable tonight, but so I don't know if he's actually going to play, but hopefully Luka plays tonight. Mavericks against Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs. I'm excited to see the alien. I keep seeing the CM Punk hit, the hints. I keep seeing them.
Earl, Twitch, we appreciate you boys hanging out today.
Chappie.
Chappie
all
coming
you
in
guys,
late. We
TikTok.
appreciate it.
If you don't follow us on TikTok,
Give us a follow.
give us a follow.
Share us.
We'll be live as much as we can.
And we've been live a little more than lately.
We've been live a little bit more.
It's nice. It's nice getting on there chatting with the guys.
Especially now basketball season's going on. Basketball hoops is every night. So
It's nonstop.
I might be on there a lot watching games, just talking shit during games at night and stuff like that. Go over games excited for. The only college games that I'm excited for this week, we touched on them, was Oregon and Utah. And I am predicting the Florida Gators to beat.
Is that Cam?
It's Von. Oh no, no, that's
Looks like him. Look dressed up like that.
the fucking twins that used to play for the Patriots.
Tia,
No,
McCourty brothers.
McCourty. I'm predicting the Florida Gators to upset the Georgia Bulldogs. They give the Bulldogs their first loss of the season.
And we're going to touch. We're going to touch on the NFL
is
college
trash
or
this
NFL
week.
Sunday.
Not trash, but there's not a
Easy.
lot of big games this week in
You do a
college.
college show. We could get on here early Saturday or something. I get on here early Saturday.
I
don't know
can't.
if
I
you
got to
can't.
work this weekend.
But maybe get on here early Saturday or something and kind of talk it or something. Bub don't have football this weekend. Usually Saturdays, that's why we can't do it because Bub's been having football early in the morning.
Sunday mornings.
Sunday morning, though.
We are live about every Sunday morning, about 9, 10 o'clock.
And it's usually a recap of college because everyone's always asking
We always
questions.
recap college on Sunday morning, and then we'll look ahead. And Ryan Ratchford should be with us Sunday. He'll give you all of his bets for the week.
Oh, yeah. Rolling with Ratchford, baby.
He's on fire right now. He's winning people's house payment money. He's hitting so much. But yeah, Sunday we'll talk about all the NFL games for this weekend. Get you ready for that, and probably recap a little bit of the hoops action since we're finally NBA basketball season.
Finally.
And let's say it, we're a sports show. Who you guys got? World Series, Arizona Diamondbacks, Texas Rangers. Who we got?
Diamondbacks.
He don't give a fuck about baseball.
Well, they beat the Phillies, so I got to pick them.
Let me tell you,
They beat the Phillies.
Let me tell you, this is crazy. The Diamondbacks were the last seeded team in the playoffs, and they won the pennant. They won the pennant, and it just pains me because the Reds were right there, man. And the Reds have so much young talent. That's what I'm hoping next year. Next year, Cincinnati Reds. We're going to play in the World Series. Probably not.
We're going to probably trade Dela Cruz.
No, they ain't gonna trade him. We don't have to trade him for a while until we got Payne. We'll trade him when we got Payne.
Yeah.
But no, that ain't for a while. Cincinnati Reds next year is our year. Dusty Burns says Rangers win. I got the Rangers as well. I would like to see it's crazy. Like I'm not a big baseball guy. Like I watch every Reds game, but I'm still not a big baseball guy. Like I don't know baseball like I know football and basketball and shit like that. But I could not tell you 2 players on the Arizona Diamondbacks. I know one, Corbin Carroll, the rookie. He's a stud. But I could not tell you one other player on the Arizona Diamondbacks. None. I'm just not into baseball that much.
Me neither.
You hate baseball.
I don't hate it.
He hates
I hate
baseball.
watching it.
He hates fucking baseball. I try to get him to go to Reds games all the time. He won't fucking go. He won't go to them. Justin Herbert, breakout game this week. I don't know. Probably not. All right, you got anything else? Anybody got anything else, or are we done? I'm hungry. I'm ready to go get a little sandwich or something.
We was on here today for almost 2 hours.
An hour and 52 minutes. It's a long time.
People love it.
I love it. It's fun to do.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, give us a follow, like, share, whatever. We appreciate you guys.
Like it. See you guys. All right. See you, boys and girls. We're out.